There we go. I was really agonizing on what music to pick for today. I was really thinking about it. Freaking thing. There we go. That's better. Okay. Hi. This is not my usual, to be entirely honest. This is not what I'm usually how I usually stream. I do not. I feel like the problem is I only do the setup once a year at this point, and that's even then that's not consistent. So it's definitely not something I do often enough to have a system for. But yeah, behold, we're gonna open boxes today because I like this set. I think at this point I choose a set in Magic, and it's like that's my big irresponsible purchase of the year. That's just how I do it. Is like you get one set a year where it's like, okay, is this the one you dump into? I did it last year with Final Fantasy. I think that one was pretty obvious, and now I'm like super down the rabbit hole of Final Fantasies. So that's been great. This time though, no commander decks, just 2 booster boxes. We're just opening boxes today. So I'm excited to see what we get. I also, you might notice, I have this. I did play at a pre-release event. It was last week. It was last week? No, it was the week before, because this got shipped out this last Friday, because that's when the set came out. But I did play in a pre-release, so I do have some cards I wanted to show off from the pre-release, including my very pretty. Come on, folks. Thing was focusing really good up until I go to stream, of course. I think it's just because of the lighting. Like this camera's I don't say it's inconsistent, but it's definitely a little bit temperamental. Yeah, I got this dice. I chose Lorehold as my my school of choice, which is funny because in my packs during the pre-release I got this dragon, which is Quandrix. This is probably the biggest thing I got out of the night. My hope and goal with these boxes is that we get one each of the 5 dragons of Strixhaven. That's my hope. So whether or not that comes to pass, we'll see. But I did also get, I think every pack comes with something like this. The Strixhaven, the archives cards, like these very pretty ones. I thought I'd show off the ones I actually played. I played red and white at the pre-release, so I was doing. The thing I did was I played most of these cards. I actually got to play, I guess back to, I did actually play this one during one of my rounds, and it was pretty good. But yeah, I'm not, I wasn't like absolutely cracking, but I did have a lot of fun. These are some other cards I just got. I think this set is very pretty. It's also it's got a lot of great cards. Oh, that's just a land I got. Yeah, I put aside in this pile that I brought with me. I decided to put out some of the ones that I just really like. I think a lot of it is that this set is very pretty, and it's not being pretty at the expense of the power of the cards you're playing. Sometimes I have to like reload the camera so it focuses in properly. Actually, I did, and I think that one, this card was actually quite important for me through my when I played the pre-release. This card is quite good. I actually really like it, and especially for what it can do. This one's also pretty good. This guy was my mascot. I really like him. Hold Charm. This one's pretty good. I thought this one's not too bad. And these two were kind of like my commanders, as it were. Not really, but they weren't really commanders per se, but I do like having legendary creatures that are central to the theme of the deck. I think that's fun. I just realized I didn't grab a trash can. Whatever. You know what? That's on me. I'll just stack them. Hang on. I'll put all the trash over there and I'll clean up after stream. So we have these to get to. So I'll set one over here. This one. Okay, cool. Nice. Where to G? Oh, man. But I hope everyone's having a good day. I know this is not a normal time for me to stream at all. Yeah, I'll throw that. It's gonna be like, it's gonna be partially ASMR because I have Oblivion music in the background. Just for, I was looking for music I wanted to play and I realized that Oblivion ambience is probably the best one. Hang on. Sorry, hang on. Ah, there we go. Okay. That's cool. I feel like everybody likes doing the, you know, pop the lid. Have it back. There we go. Axe. A whole box worth. I get to open them. Alrighty. I think I'm gonna slide. I'll slide it this way. Put it sideways so I can. There we go. Set it like that, I guess. Now I don't know per se if there's any other cards I'm chasing for. I don't really know, but honestly, this is more for me than anything. Shade Rider. I haven't seen this. There's a bunch of cards I haven't seen yet either. There's a whole heap of cards from this set that I haven't seen yet, but a lot of that's because I didn't look up things before the set came out. Ah, come on, get it to focus. There we go. I think it's just a matter of making sure the cards are at the front. This one feels like it almost feels too expensive, this ability for drawing 2 cards. Because this whole prepared thing, it's a new thing, where basically they just staple instant or sorcery to a creature. This one's not bad, but I'm not into it, really. I do like that Shade Rider's fine. Rapier Wit. Tap target creature, if it's your turn, put a stun counter on it, draw a card. That's not too bad. That actually not that bad, all things considered. Because that's pretty easy to land. Also, it gives you a draw too, so that's not bad. Hungry Graphline. Okay, I've seen this guy. I saw this guy a few times when I was at the event. He's not too bad. He seems like solidly pretty. Also, it's a giraffe. I think he's just good. Heated Argument. That's not too bad. I don't know. That seems pretty expensive. What it's worth. Stadium Title, maybe. Oh, hey, Terramorphic Expanse. This one's just a staple. I like that. I like it. I put it in all my commander decks when I can. I think it's also good for standard, from what I understand. I think it's just good when you have deck thinning. It's a bit slower, but it's not. I don't think slow is a bad thing sometimes. Exiles a creature, planeswalker with the greatest mana value among creatures or planeswalkers they control. That's actually not bad at all. For 2, that's pretty good. Because also exiling means it's out of the game entirely, so that's pretty. I think that's pretty solid. Environmental Scientist. When this creature enters, oh, you just go get a land from your deck. That's pretty good. That's actually pretty fun. You cast an instant sorcery that targets a creature. This creature can't be blocked this turn. When it deals combat damage to a creature, you draw a card and lose a life. Ooh. Oh, that's really pretty. What the heck? Wild Growth Archaic. +1/+1 for each color of mana spent to cast it. When you cast a creature spell, it enters with X, which is the number of colors spent to cast. Oh, so it just gives Converge to everything that comes in. Okay. Actually, that's okay. So that kind of incentivizes you to play it for its higher cost, but actually not bad. Even just getting it on the field would be annoying for some people. Locust Spray. I'm gonna set that aside. Put that one over here. I'll set like special cards over here, and I'll put the archive cards as well. Oh, come on. Ah, freaking camera. I can find it. I have to like baby the camera. Let it unfocus. Let it focus. Locust Spray. That's a really nice card. Also pretty good. It's 1 for -1/-1. That's not too bad. Could be a good way to get rid of a token or something, or a weak creature. Let's see. Seize the spoils. Draw a card. Draw 2 cards to create treasure. Okay, so discard for draw 2, make a treasure. That's pretty good. Oh, full art land. I do love the land cards in this set. They're pretty solid. I think my favorite land art so far has been, at least personally, I really like the Constellation ones from... It's been a long time. I don't remember the set exactly. But tokens, I'll say commons and uncommons can go over there. This is gonna be that's gonna be a very big pile after a while, so we're gonna be here for a bit, so I'm not too worried. Alrighty. I think the hope is that we don't see too many repetitions early, you know? The hope is that, you know, if you're gonna see duplicates, it's after you've opened half a box or the whole thing. But I know that inevitably we're gonna have some duplications. Tap target creature, put X, twice X, stun counters on it. Oh wow, you just you lock that boy down. That's pretty good. Owlin Historian. I did use this card in my event. It's not too bad. I think it's kind of awkward because it's only for the turn that it gets more powerful. Melancholic Poet. When you cast an instant sorcery that targets a creature. Okay, that's pretty good. It's great for what you're trying to do in this set anyway. A lot of this set is focused on instants and sorceries, and for all colors, so that seems to be the whole thing. And I think that works pretty well. Exile a card from your graveyard, add red. When you do, this creature deals 1 damage. That's pretty good. Okay, I quite like that one. Visionary's Dance. Create two elementals with flying. Okay. Discard this card, look at the top 2, put 1 in your hand. Okay, so you can pay 2 to make it a draw spell instead if you can't cast it for 7. Okay. Not too bad. Render speechless. So, okay, so let's see. Target player, opponent reveals their hand. Just choose a non-land card from it, discard it. Put 2 +1/+1 counters. So basically you buff up a creature you have, and you remove something from your opponent's hand. That's not too bad. Paradox Surveyor. When it enters, look at the top cards. You may reveal a land card or X, put it into your hand. Okay, so it gets you... So it can net you something from the top 5. That's not too bad. For 3, it's pretty much a draw spell. Diary of Dreams. Artifact Book. Oh, hey. Oh, hey. When you cast an instant or sorcery, put a page counter on this artifact. 5 to draw a card. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each page counter. That's pretty good. Like, it says 5 to draw a card, yeah, but it's like, if you're playing an instant and sorcery deck, this is going to be very easy to get to 5 in general. Especially since it's only 2, so you can get it out pretty early. I might want to set that aside for myself. I'm gonna make an ODaM pile. Make some. Lumaret's Favor. When you cast a spell, copy it. If you gain life this turn, you may choose new targets. Gives +2/+1. Not too bad. Wisdom of Ages. Oh, this looks hilarious. Return all instant and sorcery cards from your... Oh my god. From your graveyard to your hand, you have no max hand size for the rest of the game. Exile Wisdom... God, that's good. That's fun. It's so splashy. Use up to 4. Moment of... Jesus, what is this? You may choose the same mode more than once. Okay, so it's... That's 7. Wow, that's a lot to pay for this. Destroy target non-land permanent. Return target non-land permanent card from your graveyard to the battle. Okay, well, that's not too bad. That's pretty good, but for what it's worth, it's pretty good. Bulk Up. I have seen this one before. Double target creature's power till end of turn. This one, I think, is pretty good. Just because it's it's an instant speed doubler. It's very hard to react to stuff like this if it comes up too quickly on you. I got a foil snooping page. Nice. Fields of Strife. I love the artwork in this set. I think it's probably... It's up there for me with favorite sets, I think. Even just on the conceptual side, I personally... Because one of the first sets I played and got into with Magic was Strixhaven, the original. And I actually did also... I did get the book for Strixhaven and D&D back when that came out. That's really cool. I do enjoy that you can actually run a D&D game in the setting. I think it's really neat. And it's also just nice. I think it's just it's a cool setting. It's basically Harry Potter. You know, it's magic school. Like what else do you want? Pull from the Grave. This was pretty good. I do like that one. There's a lot of cards in the set that also just feel like it doesn't feel like anything was made where it doesn't feel like you couldn't put it, like it feels like every card could have a spot in a deck somewhere, you know. This guy I used during my pre-release as well. I do like his... I like the ability to create treasure. Glorious Decay. Like that. I'll try to leave things up so if I don't read them all the way, that everybody can read them. Turn target instant sorcery. I will say the number of cards that are basically just letting you recur your instants and sorceries is also very helpful. Oh, at the beginning of your first main phase, it becomes prepared. Okay, so it always loads up with a 1-mana sorcery that gives a creature death touch. That's not bad. I feel like the only downside with it is that it's kind of slow if you're trying to do things multiple times a turn, but that's not bad. It's also just a cheap spell, so that's not bad at all. Backcoach Waypoint. Ink-shaped Demonstrator. Oh, this looks pretty good. Elephant Cleric. Ward 2. Oh, he has Ward 2. Interesting. When you cast an instant sorcery, this creature gets +1/+1 and gains lifelink. Okay, that's not too bad. Offensive Professor. What does he do? Increment. When one or more counters are put on this creature, draw. Okay, that's actually pretty... That's pretty solid. All things considered, that's pretty solid. That's just free draws. Great Hall of the Bibliot. What the heck is this? Add 1 life, gain 1 mana of any color. Spend this to only cast instant sorceries. If it isn't a creature, it becomes a sorcerer. Oh, it becomes a wizard. That's not too bad. Requisition rate. Oh, I did see this one a few times. This one showed up a few times when I saw it. So you can, this spree ability lets you pay mana to get all these different effects. So for 4, you can destroy a target artifact, an enchantment, and put a +1/+1 counter on each creature target player controls. That's actually pretty good. That's a good one. I like it. Loyal Glorious Decay, and a Full Art Plains. And I will say, I do love how they've been representing the tokens. And these are very cool. They're a nice evolution from the original Pests and Fractals. I think they're nice. Alright. I do remember last time I did one of these, it took me a couple hours to go through everything, so I might go... oh, they do have the tear. They do have the tear away. Okay. And of course I do it wrong. God dang it. Of course I do it wrong. Alrighty. I might need to open a little bit faster, because I remember that last time I was here for a couple hours opening stuff, so... Oh, focus. There we go. Okay, cool. I might turn up the music. I could turn up just... There we go. That's a little better. Alright, let's see. Ravenous Archaic. This one I've seen. He's not too bad. I like him. Shattered Acolyte. I actually did use this card. This one's quite good. Just because being able to turn it into destruction is pretty... You can threaten it at any time. Another Melancholic Poet. Strife Scholar. Oh, you can make... Okay. Enters Prepared. Ward Pay 2 life isn't bad. I do like that you can... paying 6 is a bit steep for 2 creatures, but that's not too bad. I'm pretty sure there are ways to make it better. Hungry Graphalon. Oh, Page Loose Leaf. Okay, I do have 1 copy of this from my pre-release. I didn't think much of it. Because you're supposed to have a bunch of this guy. The only problem is, and this is the thing I saw with this, you can only have 4 copies in standard of a particular card. So the fact that you only get 2 uses of Page Loose Leaf is kind of awkward, frankly. It doesn't have the clause you can have as many as you want. But I do know why, because if you had an infinite number, you just keep discarding stuff, so I can see why. I do like Colossus of the Blood Age. He's not fantastic. I did see him during my pre-release. I actually just didn't regard him very well. Bind Roots. Target player discards 2. Put up to 1 land card discarded this way onto the battlefield, tapped under your control. Okay, so you can force someone to discard a land. That'd be pretty... Flow state. Look at the top 3 of your library. Put 1 into your hand, the rest at the bottom. If there is an instant or sorcery card in your graveyard, instead put 2 of them. Okay. That's pretty good. It's kind of just like draw spell, really. Let's see. Dual Tactics. Deals 1 damage to target creature can't block this turn. Flashback. That's pretty good. That's actually pretty good. Yeah! Alright, we got 1. I think. Yeah, we did. We got 1. We have 1 of the dragons. This is good. Okay, so we got Lorehold the Historian. He seems to be the one who's the most... I don't want to say the most common, but he seems like the one that people are able to get most consistently. Okay, so Flying Haste. Each instant sorcery has Miracle 2. Which basically says if you drew it, if it's the first card you drew this turn, you can play the card. Hey, Interactum, how's it going today? Hope all's good. Beginning of each opponent's upkeep, you discard a card if you do draw a card. That's pretty good, too. Dang. Painful Stroke. Okay, I'm gonna set dragons aside. We're gonna keep dragons aside. Hope all's good. Painful Stroke. What does this do? Counter target spell with mana value 4 or greater. Oh, that's just mean. Someone paid a ton of mana into something. You just dunk it. It's like, all right, no, you're not allowed. Hope today's been good. Let's see. Spellbook, Seeker for the foil, Paradox Gardens, and 1 of these. Okay. I do wonder if my camera's having trouble because it doesn't like focusing on multiple things. But we'll see. Alright, so we have 1 dragon. We don't have a full art dragon, but it's a dragon nonetheless. I just need playable copies. I don't really mind getting only 1. Not too bad. Watching someone on YouTube make fun of AI-generated MTG slop. I see. I don't really get the point of trying to make cards with... I don't think you'd be able to make good cards with AI, frankly. I think it just would look poor. Alright, hang on. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's good. Adventurous Eater. Banishing Betrayal. I will say, I do prefer bouncing things to the hand rather than countering. But it's only because I think when you bounce something, more people are less likely to counter it. It sounds weird, but I feel like when someone sees that it gets bounced, that it means that you've delayed them for a turn. and they're less likely to try to interact with a spell like this. At least that's how I've understood it. Oh, Historian. We do have one of those already. What the heck is this? If you cast another instant sorcery this turn, target creature, then it deals damage equal to its power. Okay, so it's not fighting, but it is fighting. Okay, I have cards like this in a couple decks. That's pretty good. I do like this one. Goblin Glassrite. Oh, hey, it's my guy, Spirit Mascot. I do like him still. Tablet of Discovery. When this artifact enters mill card, you may play that card this turn. This is good. I do like this one a lot. Goes to receive the card to even make sense or how bad the AI can get things wrong or funny. I see. Oh, come on, camera. Okay. Sonar. This one is actually pretty solid. From what I've understood, this guy's pretty good. He enters prepared. He has a spell that lets you search for any instant or sorcery from your deck, which is pretty good. And he can create treasures if you cast instants or sorceries. So I think this card is going to be one of those ones that shows up a lot. I think it's pretty good. Creatures with +1/+1 counters have trample. That's very easy. X is number of differently named lands you control. This I should put into my... I have a deck that does towns. It's the Wandering Minstrel. I should put this in that because that's a pretty good one. Meal's pretty good. Choreograph Sparks. The spell can't be copied. Choose one or both. Copy target instant or sorcery you control. Oh, so okay, copy target creature spell you control. Okay, so you can't copy this spell, but it uses it to copy other spells that you have on the stack currently. That's pretty good. Lumbering Trudge. Stun counter is equal to 3 minus X. If it entered with a stun counter on it, tap it. Honestly, paying 4 for a 6/6 isn't... It's 3 minus X. So yeah, if you pay 4, you get a 6/6 on the field right away. That's not too bad. Honestly, not horrible. Deduce. Oh, this one's pretty good. I do love the art on this. This art is so cool. Draw a card, investigate. I think this one's just a very easy, just throw it in the deck for fun. Stress Stream. Oh, that's me when I had to take finals back in school. Deals 5 damage. Yeah, I know foils are going to mess the camera up a lot, but I do love the... I'm grateful that these are not pringling too bad. Because, oh my god, the number of times I have gotten foil cards and they, like, bend. You know, they do that curvature. It's awful. It's so bad. I'm not a fan of that. It's nice when they don't do that, but it's also funny. It's funny when you see how bad it can be. Not funny for you, because if you end up with a bunch of them, they feel so bad to try and flatten back out, you know? It's like, eh. Gonna focus? I have to barter with the camera. Uses encouragement. I do feel like with card design, the tough thing too is that it's like making a good card is... It's weird because I think when you go simple, it's a lot easier for the card to be broken. But when you go overly complex, it's very easy for the card to accidentally kneecap itself. I think that's something that I think a lot of algorithms would end up getting wrong. Like, this card is very simple, but it's also very... I think this one's quite decent. Because I think having an untap, in white specifically, having a tap and untap is pretty nice. That means you can do a lot of stuff with that. Exile target creature. Oh, that's just 4 for an exile. That's... If you can reduce this would be broken, but otherwise it's kind of just... Oh, it's not too bad. Fluorescence. 2 +1/+1 counters. Instant speed for this is a little awkward, but that's not bad. The only thing is you need to gain life, which is a little rough. That's not too bad. We've seen this guy before. My boy, the Mage Tower referee. I do love him. This is very easy to go... he can get very big very fast if you play a lot of 2-color spells. It's not that hard to do. Storing Stone Glider. As an additional cost, exile 2 cards from your graveyard or pay an additional 1 or 2. Okay, this isn't bad. This is not great. I think this one's just like... He's perfectly fine. He has flying and vigilance. That's not bad. Those are great keywords, but... and I think the thing is, you're wanting to use that exile stuff. The only problem is if you have nothing in your graveyard rather, it would be very hard to use it well. So he takes a bit of setup, so I think that might be... That one would be a little bit of a hard add for me. Let's see, target creature becomes a green and blue fractal with toughness X +1. And with an X cost, okay. I like this one. It's kind of weird, but I do like it. I imagine you could do some fun stuff with it. Gains X and O until end of X +O, plus X +O. X is the amount of mana spent to cast that spell. This could get very out of hand very fast, especially because if you're casting spells for free, it doesn't matter if the spell's cast for free, it's about its cost. That's a nice card. It's not terribly expensive either, mana-wise. I like that. When this creature dies, if it had 1 or more counters on it, put this creature's counters on that token after you create a 0/0 token. Okay, that's pretty good. Not the craziest thing ever, but I do think it's hilarious. Also, it's a turtle. See the card. Let's see. Splatter technique. I have seen this one. I do love the art of this. The big splattery whales. Elemental whales. I love that. That's very pretty. Duty beyond death. Sacrifice a creature. Creatures you control gain indestructible till end of turn. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. I love the art of this card. This is so cool looking. Also, just a great effect. That's pretty. Archaic's Agony. I don't know what this one does. Deals X damage to target creature, where X is the number of colors spent to cast it. Exile cards on the top of your library equal to the excess damage dealt. That's not too bad. Honestly, it's like not great, but it's not bad. Foil Paradox Gardens. Okay, I do love the Inklings in the set. I love the butterflies. They look very cool. I think it's very neat. I do think they went pretty hard on the art this time. I think that's probably up there for me personally. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is maybe at the bottom here I'll put dragons. Not the easiest. I just want to make sure they're on screen. Just so you guys know, just so everyone knows how many of the dragons we've gotten so far. The objective is to get all 5. So I guess what I'll do, I'll pull the one from the pre-release that I have. So we have 2 of 5 dragons we have 2 of the 5 dragons so far. I'm hoping we get 1 of each. But I would also laugh pretty hard if I end up with, like, 6 Lorehold dragons, you know? If I get Lorehold the Historian 6 times, I would laugh, but it would be kind of sad for me. Hopefully we don't get something like that across a singular box, you know? Like, this is one box continuously, so... Okay, another Banishing Betrayal. Johnny's response? I do like this card. I used it during my pre-release. It was pretty solid. For Cost of Brilliance. I have not seen this one. Draws 2 cards, loses 2 life. Put a +1/+1 counter up to 1 target creature. Not bad. It's pretty much... there's another card called Read the Bones that's basically this. So that's actually not bad at all. Having a new version of that's pretty good. Especially in the colors. I think black has more... You lose health for... You lose life for card draw is pretty good. Dance, we've seen this one before. We have seen Render Speechless before. It's pretty good. Sundering Archaic. This is a different one. When this enters, exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls mana value less than or equal to the number of colors spent to cast this creature. Oh, it just exiles it entirely. Okay. Put target card from a graveyard on the bottom of its owner's library. This is pretty good. That's actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. That's actually pretty solid. Deals 3 damage up to any target. Tap up to 1 target creature. I like this one. This is very silly. I like it too. Vibrant Outburst. He looks like he's getting dunked in the Trix yogurt. Silver Cool Charm. I did not have Silver Cool Charm yet. So choose one. You get to choose one of these modes. I do like these modal spells because it means that you can use them for multiple purposes. And I think that actually makes them very playable because you can use them for anything you need at the time. It does also mean that if you end up using it too early, it can kind of suck. I do like this because it's about number of cards drawn. So you could do some funny stuff with that, I think. These Archaics are pretty solid. What is this one? Magma Blood Archaic. Enters with a +1/+1 counter for each color of mana spent to cast it. When you cast an instant or sorcery, creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn for each color of mana spent to cast it. That's pretty good. This one's really solid. I like this one. This could be very aggressive. I like that. Oh, pick your poison. This is, I believe this first came out in the Murders at Karlov Manor set. I love this art. This art looks so cool. The 3-faced... Oh, hey, a foil Silver Cool Charm. Very good. And a normal island. Another Inkling. Oh, this was a bird. Oh, I love this. Back. Yeah, because this... they make... I didn't even... Okay, wait. Did I just not realize that... Okay, I didn't realize that each token type has multiple art forms. I see. I didn't even realize that. I feel like I should have noticed as much, but that's really cool. I like that. That's cool. I am going to need to go through all these cards and find all the stuff I want to keep. Probably set aside... I mean, hang on. I should probably set aside some things so I don't forget to. Just so I don't forget to set aside some things. Okay. I'll have to just be better about setting things aside. Just keep forgetting that I have all these cards that I'm like, oh, I should probably keep that aside for when I build decks, blah, blah, blah. And then I don't do it, and it's like, brother, why? Why? Let's see. Last gasp. -3, -3. Wait, isn't that just better than one of the... Interesting that this is a... Because there's the other one that does -1/-1. It's instant speed. This one's also instant speed. For 1 more mana, you basically triple... Because it is -1/-1 versus -3/-3. It's triple the value. This can hit some bigger stuff. That's pretty good. Essence Scatter. This is really good. For its cost, this is very, very good. Also, it's a great counter, so that's good. Let's see. Rehearse Debater. I don't know why. It's just very funny to see the word debater like that. I don't know. Very funny. I feel like the best thing about this set that I've seen is that it doesn't seem like it favors 100% one color or another. Terra Fractal. I love this guy. Enters with X +1/+1 counters on it. Dinosaur Fractal. I love this card. It looks so cool. And also just a friend of mine said Patera Fractal once, and I want to call him the Patera Fractal. So I like this guy. I'm gonna set him aside. Arcane Omens. Target player discards X cards, or X is the number of colors of mana spent. In most of the decks I would want to play this in, this would cap out at 3. 3 for 5 isn't great, but it's also not horrible, I would say. Each player sacrifices a creature of their choice. Each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. You can copy it if you control a creature when you cast a spell. That's actually not bad. That's pretty good. It's also very funny. Opus. This one. When you cast an instant sorcery, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. If 5 or more mana was spent to cast a spell, that's really good. Thunder Solus. That's also, that art is amazing. That man is going hard on those drums. I love that. Turn X instant and/or sorcery cards from your graveyard to your hand. This is good. It's like 3 for 1 is even just for recursion. It's fine, but there are a lot of ways to pump this number. So very easy to make this go very hard. This is the really good loot. This is the loot card. Resonating Loot. Yeah, it adds 2 mana. It adds 2 lands. It gives all lands add 2 mana to cast instants or sorceries. This is very, very good. This one is a very good card. I love that card. Repel Calamity. I love the art of this card. Blaster Firesinger. What do you do? Scorching Seething Song. Oh, it just comes with Seething Song. I see. That's just great. That is sad. Fields of Strife. I love the art of this still. I believe it looks like, I think the red trees, I think those look like, I think it's Ghost of Tsushima that looks like that. I actually don't remember, but oh my god, the bulk pile's already, it's like the pile of commons and uncommons is already growing, and I'm kind of scared I'm gonna have to, god, that's gonna get out of hand real fast. I can already tell. Oh boy. Oh man, I'm happy I put on the Oblivion ambience for this. This is quite nice. Textbook Tabulator. Okay, I will say more frogs is nice. I think more people want to play. I have seen people want to play frog decks, and I think it's nice that we're getting more of them. It's very funny. Last Gasp again. Ascendant Dustspeaker is not too bad. I feel like it's funny when I see a card that I just go, oh yeah, that's nice, and then I just kind of scroll by. Like this one is just nice. It's like, oh cool, it enters, you gain a life, you can make creatures get bigger. It's not bad. Embrace the Paradox, draw 3. For 5, draw 3, put a land from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. This isn't too bad. I think it's pretty good. I think you'd want to cast it for less, but it's not too bad. Living History. When this enchantment enters, create a 2/2 red and white spirit. Whenever you attack, if a card left your graveyard this turn, target attacking creature gains +2/+0. Not bad. Actually pretty easy to trigger that with Lorehold in this set. Jump. Card creature gains flying. So for 1, whenever it attacks, it becomes prepared. Oh, okay. So on the attack, you could then say, oh, do I want to pay the blue to give it flying? Or to give... Oh, wait. This already has flying. So you can give a target creature flying. Good. Moscow. What the heck is this? Moseo. Who is this? Who is this? Bird Skeleton Warlock. What the heck is this thing? When Moseo enters, create a 1/1 black and green pest. Yep. When it attacks, you gain a life. What does that say? Infusion. At the beginning of your end step, if you gained life this turn, return up to 1 target creature card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, or X is the amount of life you gained. This is pretty good. That's pretty fun. I could see someone building this. This could be very fun because it's malleable. The main thing is that it's a card that has a lot of potential based on what you want to do with it. Because there's a lot of ways to play that. So I could see someone building with that and having a lot of fun. Let's see. Draw X cards. You may then put a permanent with mana value X or less. Very good. That's a very solid one. I'll put that aside. Stock up. Look at the top 5 of your library. Put 2 in your hand, the rest at the bottom of your library. That's just, it's basically, that's actually really nice. That's also a great looking card. I love the Strixhaven Archives art. I think it's probably one of my favorite styles that they've ever done. Oh, that's a very nice treasure. It's funny, I'm not normally a snob when it comes to tokens, but for me it's like, oh, come on. Come on, baby. There we go. Treasure. I do like, I do like using physical tokens rather than having to... I like the infinite tokens a fair bit because they allow for some freedom of expression, but I am much more of a fan of like the tokens you get in packs where you just have these lovely like thematic pieces. Look at this dog. Look at that dog. If I saw this at someone's front lawn and they were just like barking at me, I would probably I'd call somebody. I don't know who, but I'd have to call someone. Essence Scatter, Owlin Historian, Shade Rider. I do worry we're going to end up seeing a lot of repeats very quickly. But some of these cards I'm okay with seeing a lot of. Helm Blast we haven't seen yet here. 2 damage to any target. I like this one. Very easy to cast multiple times too. Embrace the Paradox, Spirit Mascot. I do love Spirit Mascot in general. I like it. Scolding Administrator. Oh, look, it's Professor Snape. Let's see, repartee. When you cast an instant or sorcery that targets a creature, put a +1/+1 on this creature. When this creature dies, if it had counters on it, put those counters on one target creature. And has Menace. That's not too bad. It's easy to get this going. It's very quick to get started. Destroy a target creature. Stand up for yourself. Interesting. Not too bad. It's not a bad removal spell. Proctor's Gaze. Return up to one target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Search your library for a basic land card. Put it on the battlefield tapped. So basically, it searches a land and bounces somebody's stuff to their hand. This is funny. I like this card. This one's fun. Yes! Yes! Alright, we're already... This is good. Silverquill the Disputant gives spells casualty 1. You can sacrifice creatures with power 1 or greater. If you do, copy the spell. Also, first off, I love Silverquill. I think he looks fantastic right now. My guy got a glow up. The original Silverquill looks great, but he got a glow up in this one. Very cool looking. The words all over his wings is such a mood. So cool. Yeah, Silverquill, he lost, I will say, it sounds weird, but it's like he got Vigilance, but no longer has Double Strike, I think. Okay, so we're at 3 of 5 dragons. I'm quite pleased. Smallpox? What? You just have a card that's called Smallpox? What is this? Each player loses a life, discards a card, sacrifices a creature of their choice, and sacrifices a land of their choice. Ew! What the heck? Card is nasty. I love it though. This art is amazing. I do love this art. But also, oh my god, this is such an annoying card. It's just so many little annoyances. I love it. I'm definitely putting this in my discard deck. I built Kefka, and I absolutely will play that. It's so funny. It's so petty. It's so many little things going wrong. I love that. Also, it's called Smallpox. I think the fact there's a card just... It's just called Smallpox. It's just... It feels like the kind of thing that would just be annoying to run into. Somebody plays that and just is like, oh yeah, by the way, also I get to kick you in the shin under the table. It's like, oh yeah, let me just add insult to injury a couple different ways. Just why not? Just why not? So awful. Hey, you know what I'm gonna do real quick is I'm gonna swap to human form for a little bit, you know? If I'm gonna use these hands, might as well do so normally. Come on, baby. Come on. It just doesn't want to. It doesn't want to. It needs a full reset. There. Flourish. Come on. Come on. You can see the card. There we go. There we go. Target creature gets +1/+1 indestructible. Always helpful to have indestructible on a stick. That's very nice. I like it. Chase Inspiration. This card saved a lot of people in the pre-release. This card is very good. Just like I think they had something like this in Final Fantasy. I think it was Magic Damper. Having anything that gives hexproof and a stat bonus, always nice, especially when it costs 1 blue. That's easy to cast. Honor-bound Page enters prepared. I saw this guy during my pre-release. I wasn't very impressed, but he's not too bad. I think it's very easy to cast him. Very easy to use. Shopkeeper's Bane, Badger Pest. Pests really love to their name. I like this guy. This guy's just adorable. I would definitely... He would be like add him as a pet. Tackle Artist. I do remember this guy. He's pretty good. Because when you cast spells and he gets bigger, he is pretty easy to bring up his power very quickly. Zealous Lorecaster. I've seen this one before. Bogwater Lumaret, Spirit Frost. Oh, I love this one. The art is so pretty. That's so cute. Look at him. He's trying to read. When this creature or another creature you control enters, you gain a life. That's just nice. For 2, that's very nice. That's easy to do. That's a good one. I like him. I'll set him aside one. I'll set the frog aside. I like him. Thornfish Striker, Ward 1. Okay, I've seen multiple creatures now that have Ward 1. That's interesting. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and trample. That's pretty easy to do. Actually, with that Bogwater Lumaret, this is very easy to do. So I'm gonna set that aside too. Ooh, a new vehicle. Strixhaven Sky Coach. I like how this thing looks. When this vehicle enters, you look for a basic land, add it to your hand, draw. This I could put in my vehicle deck. I love this card. That's very cool. Also, as a vehicle, it just looks... That's very easy to look good. Hey! How's it going today, Super Bucky? For once, I am doing something that's not just... it's not playing games, somehow. It's actually kind of amazing that I do this. Let's see. Put a target +1/+1 counter on target creature on each creature target player controls. Where's the fox? Who are you? I change forms quite easily, you see. Going well. I'm doing good. I am doing quite good. I'm gonna put that aside, actually. Zombify. Oh man, that's pretty. I'm doing quite well. I am very happy to be opening cards. I will say this showed up yesterday in the mail, and I had to stare at it through last night's stream and through yesterday. And I've been looking forward to opening this for a while. For like the whole day. So I'm quite happy to get to sit and open this and hang out. It's just nice to get to hang out too, you know? I do love Zombify. That's a great card. Then the Dust Speaker, he's okay. Oil Plains. Super love the special Strixhaven special spell arts. I love the archive cards. They are very pretty. I do love them a lot. They're very pretty. I think that it's very easy for it to be... it's very easy for me to make this set my new pet set. It's like this one in the Final Fantasy set. I think the artwork went so hard. And I really do enjoy it a lot. You gonna eat lunch? Oh, very good, very good. Honestly, a good time for it. Like, this is probably the best like afternoon matchup. What is this? Add blue, spend this only to cast. FF7 is a super great set. The Final Fantasy set in general is just so good. I personally, it's actually what got me into Final Fantasy 4, because I got Cecil. I got the full art Cecil and was like, oh, I want to know what he's from. And then I went and played the game, and it very quickly became one of my favorite Final Fantasies of all time. When he enters, create a Inkling. Not too bad. For 4, it makes a token. It's not bad. Definitely not like an instant ad, but I do like him. Raise Dead. And just repaired. Okay, getting for 1 mana, getting your creature back. This is nice. I like this one. Unsubtle Mockery. Good God. Just this feels very funny. I like that. I like this a lot. It's very funny. I like the effects are pretty good too. Oh, hey, another death Salamander. Oh, I love him. Noxious Newt. I love him. I love this creature. I do also like... This looks like somebody painted their pet. I'll set that aside. I need this for, I have a deck that would love him. Curious Ink Mage. When it enters, Surveil 2. That's not too bad. For 3, it's not bad. I do like that white and black in this set has been very... It's been very easy to cast things in white and black with this set. Very medium range mana. I do love this. Tomekeeper. I do like the Tomekeeper. Impractical Joke. Damage not being able to be prevented this turn is very annoying if you cannot find a way to stop it. Because if this goes off, you basically have free reign to start hitting people, which is very fun. But I do like this too. Abigail. Oh, I've seen this one before. When I cast a creature spell, she becomes prepared. I think this isn't too bad, because it means that you can alternate between pumping up your creatures in power and also casting your creature. This isn't too bad. And I'm pretty sure there are ways to multiply this sort of thing. It's a Tide Choreographer. Costs 3 less if creatures you control have total toughness 10 or greater. When it enters, draw 2 cards. This is pretty interesting. I like this. 2 for 2 cards is not bad at all. And with certain decks in blue, this is not hard to do. I do like this is pretty good. I like it. Let's see. Informed Inkray. Cast an instant sorcery that targets a creature, create an Inkling. This is very good for all those aura decks. I remember the commander. They made commander decks for each of the color combos that for this set. This would go very well into the aura deck that they put out. Here, Roots. This is one of the ones I got in my pre-release. I do love the art. Very pretty. Petrified Hamlet. Oh, this is a new land. I haven't seen this one. Lands with the chosen name. Activate abilities of sources with the chosen name can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. Lands with the chosen name have add colorless. This is pretty good. That can lock out a lot of strategies. I have been killed more times than I can name with Rogue's Passage. This would be a very good way to stop that from happening. That's really nice. A very nice forest. I like that. Fractal. Nice. Petrified Hamlet might be... I might need to add that to a couple... I might need to add that to a deck, or... If I get another one, I'll add it to multiple decks, because that's really nice. I have died more times than I can count, because somebody said, listen, what if I Rogue's Passage? And it's like, please don't. I don't need that right now. It's gonna kill me so fast. Let's wander off. Hydro Channeler. Another one I do like this. This card's pretty good. Rapier Wit. Yeah, we're seeing some that we're gonna get a couple of already. When this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability, you may draw a card. I don't think this would be targeted by anything. I do love the art. He's very cool looking, but this is... I think this one might be like, not my favorite card. Opus. When you cast an instant or sorcery, this creature gets +1/+1, gains double strike as well. I saw this one. This one did do some serious damage to me during the pre-release. I do know this one. Oceaner's Trove. Ooh, this one's really nice. And you can either tap it for mana or gain life. I like this one. It's another way to get any colors you need. I like this one. I'm gonna set that aside. That one's really nice. Pest Mascot. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. That is absolutely disgusting looking, but I do like him a lot. That's pretty good. I like that. That's pretty. Esbrood Sloth. This one's pretty good too. Because when he dies, he creates tokens. Which, pretty easy to do if you make him a blocker. Let's see, what is this? Arnon Deathbloom Botanist. What the heck? When a creature you control with power or toughness 1 or less dies, target opponent loses to life, you gain 2 life. That's pretty easy to use. That's nice. I could see that being very annoying to deal with. That's nice. I like that. Abstract Paint Mage. Beginning of your first main phase, add red and blue. It uses this only to cast instants. That's pretty nice. That's a nice card. Tragedy Feaster. Oh, it's a demon. Look at that. Ward, discard a card. At the beginning of your end step, sacrifice a permanent unless you gained life. For a 7/6 for 4, that's not bad. And honestly, sacrificing the permanent might be a good thing, so not hard at all. Helping Hand. Oh god, the art is so good. I love this art. I do love Helping Hand. Shopkeeper, a foil Shopkeeper's Bane, and a Swamp. Bad. Honestly, so far, I'm pretty happy with what I've gotten. I already have 2. I already got, like, from the box alone, I've gotten 2 of the 5 dragons. And I've already gotten a lot of cards that I want to work with already. I could already... The gears are spinning in my head for what I want to do with all these. Because there's a lot of great stuff in here, so... It's nice that cards get my brain spinning and not just, oh, okay, that's nice, and then just, skip it. Gains +2/+2, gains First Strike. First Strike, okay, First Strike, just like Indestructible, First Strike can be very helpful in the right situation. Indestructible is, I think, better, but First Strike can be a suitable replacement if you need it. Noxious Newt, the boy, I love this boy. Wild Hypothesis. Oh, I love how this fractal's drawn. That's so cool. I'm a sucker for like elk and deer shaped creatures, so this is very cool looking. I guess also horses. I think like 4-legged, like the equine, and I forget the name for deer type. It's can't remember it. I do love this card. That's Elemental Mascot. Hey, this one I think. Oh, this is the one that was punching me during the. The first round of my pre-release. This is the guy who kept poking me for 1. I do like this one. I do like the Elemental Mascot. Quite nice. Nice bird. Spirit Knight. Haste. That's not too bad. It lets you draw stuff. That's not bad. It's also just great art. I like the art. Poisoner's Apprentice. When this creature enters, target creature opponent controls gets -4/-4 if you gained life. Not bad. Does this taste like Hemlock to you? Startled Relic Sloth. Oh, this one. On the top, at the beginning of combat on your turn, exile a target card from a graveyard. This would be very annoying for somebody who's trying to fill their graveyard. It can also be from your graveyard, but it can also be for someone else's. So this is nice. I like this card a fair bit. Ooh, I didn't know Archaeomancer got reprinted. Oh, that's so cool. Also, man, that is such a pretty art. Holy crap. That is very pretty. I love that. That is so pretty. I love that card. I also love this card because it's such a good card because it gets you things from your graveyard and it's a creature, so you can recur it as much as you please. Very cool. Nita Forum Conciliator. I'm sorry. When you cast a spell you don't own, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Sacrifice another creature. Exile target instant sorcery from an opponent's graveyard. That's very nice. And it also exiles it so you can get rid of it too. That's cool. I like this. You do some dumb stuff with that. Monstrous Rage. Oh, this card looks so sick. Look at that. Take a closer look at that meme. Target creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn, create a monster attached to it. So it gets +3/+1 and trample. That's basically what it is. Okay, that's pretty good. I like that one. That's really cool. Masterful Flourish Foil. Floor Island. I think we're almost there on... Oh, I do like this. This copy is very cool. I like this one a lot, actually. I think we're almost up to... How many full arts do we have? I'm going to double check. Okay, so all we need is a full art forest, and we have all 5 colors in full art. That's not too bad. Not bad at all. I will say it's already been an hour, and the fact that it's almost been an hour already, and I haven't even finished a full box does worry me, but we'll see how long this takes. I'm not going to worry too much. Run behind. Oh, come on, baby. Find it. Crying. This is me when I wake up in the morning. My eyes just have to focus in. Run behind. Oh, I didn't move the pile of bulk. Oh well. Don't docent. This guy is solidly okay. I like him a lot. Exile from the graveyard, you gain 2 life. He works well with the whole if things leave your graveyard ability, so this is not bad. It also gains you life and you can move stuff to your graveyard, so he's pretty good. I like him. Target player draws 2 cards, cost of brilliance. We've seen this one. Ancestral Anger. Okay, it gains 1 plus the number of cards named Ancestral Anger. Get your camera under a leash, yeah. For some reason, it doesn't want to focus. It truly doesn't want to. Shopkeeper's Bane. Another Bogwater Lumaret. I do love this guy. Paramorphic Expanse. Nice. Guy Coach Waypoint. This one's not too bad. It's not my favorite, but it's not bad. Killian's Confidence. Oh, this guy. I do know this guy. This guy Killian. He's been in a bunch of cards. It's +1/+1 till end of turn. Draw a card. When one or more creatures you control deals combat damage to a player, you may pay either white or black. If you do, return this from your graveyard to your hand. That's nice. Because it recurs itself. That's very easy to use. I might set that aside, actually. Leech Collector. When you gain life for the first time each turn, this creature becomes prepared. So you can just pay a black to make everyone lose 2 for the first time. That's not too bad. This is actually that's pretty easy to do regularly. Aziza, I got this in my pre-release. I love this card. It's really nice. I do like her. She's very cool. Flight of Hand. Oh, I do. I remember seeing this card. This card's very cool. Look at the top 2 of your library. Put 1 in your hand, the other on the bottom. Very easy to... It's a very nice draw spell. A foil Strixhaven Sky Coach. And Spectacle Summit. Bad. Side. Alright. Yeah, I think this webcam is not my favorite thing in the world. It's good for detecting... When I tried using that facial capture data, it's pretty good at that, but when it comes to focusing in on stuff, it has some kinks I have yet to work out. I think some of it's also, if it's not head-on with something, it can be very confused. Let's see, Textbook Tabulator, Rehearse Debater, and Send in the Past. What is this? Each opponent discards a card. You create a 1/1 black and green pest. This is very nice. I do want more cards that do discard, because I have a Kefka deck that does discard, and that's very good. Another Reaching Embermare. I think I've seen this one a ton. I have gotten a lot of Terramorphic Expanses from this set. I appreciate them reprinting it, because every deck I make wants one. You Stadium Title Mage. Borrowed Knowledge. Okay, I haven't seen this one yet. Choose 1. Discard your hand, then draw cards equal to the number of cards in target opponent's hand. That's nice. Discard your hand, then draw cards equal to the number of cards discarded this way. Okay, so either way, you're getting either the same number of cards or more. So that's actually not bad. It is a little steep for 4, but If you're discarding like 6 and going 6, that's not bad. If somebody has like 20 in their hand and you go for 20, that's pretty good. Be back. Hey, welcome back. Moving through the cards at a reasonable pace. You put a counter on this creature, this card. It's nice in Commander. It is nice in Commander. I personally really like... I am personally a Commander player more than anything. But after playing... I did play some Arena, and I have been playing... I do like this card a lot. Might set that aside. Transcendent Archaic. Ooh. I forgot about this Archaic. It's very... I like the rainbows. This is very pretty. When it enters, you may draw X. Communication Sorcerer. Commancer. The Commencer. During Honor Mancer. It's like you just put Mancer in anything and it suddenly becomes a spell, like a magic type. It's some sort of sorcery. I feel like this one. Dude, this is legit a good idea. Communication Sorcerer. It's radio sorcery, you know? Creature can't block. When this creature attacks, each opponent loses a life and gains a life. And it can return itself with instants and sorceries. Not bad. Scared Roots. I'm happy. I will say, I'm happy that that a lot of these cards are more common, because I think it is good that it's more likely you'll end up getting cards that are consistently great to have in multiple decks, and also more likely to get them in general. Titan's Grave. This is green and black. Not bad. Not bad at all. Token aside. In a TTRPG, I could create a sorcery that does telepathy or sonic spells. Honestly, that would be pretty easy to do. Like, and also you could flavor your spells to be telepathy and sonics and like sound stuff. There's a lot of ways you could do that. That could be very fun. Mancer would be fun though. True. It is very good though. I would very much like that. But yeah, I am a Commander player for the most part. Personally, I think Commander is more fun for me because I like to play at a slower pace. I like the social aspect of playing card games. And for me, it's more fun. I think it's more fun when I go out to the store and I get to enjoy just going out for an evening and playing the game. So it is, to me, it's one of those things where I hold it very dear to be able to go and play. I think Standard is just fine. I think it's a little bit more focused on the game when you play like that, though. A lot of these are cards we've seen up to this point. Brush Off. Oh, hey, look at that. It costs 1 and a blue less to cast if it's targeting instant or sorcery, counter target spell. Not bad at all. That one's actually pretty good. Group Project. Yes, my favorite group project. Me, my friend, and my goat demon tutor. Let's see. Create a spirit token. Flashback. Tap 3 untapped creatures. That's not too bad. It's actually pretty easy. I'd play Commander, but it's a bit daunting for me to make a decent deck and understand the playstyle. I think that's why I think buying a precon lets you learn how deck building works, and also that you can do so, like, especially with some Commander decks being relatively cheap, it's really easy to find one you would enjoy playing and then start in on it, and that's not too bad. I think it's definitely, the play style is a bit different just because there's multiple people, because normally you play in groups of 4, and that's not too, I think it's good to start slow with this. Buying a precon is almost a must. It's almost always a good value, plus some are stupid strong. Yes. There was one in Edge of Eternities that's like the red, white, and blue one. That one is just good no matter what you do. That one's very hard to play poorly, frankly. Mill 7, Bind to Life. Mill 7, put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield. Interesting. I have not seen this card before. This one's pretty good. Pass on Scab. Giant, oh my god, this card's great. Giant Growth. Target creature gains +3/+3. Look at that squirrel. Amazing. I love it. I love that card. That's great. I think if you're gonna start in Commander, the best way to start is with a precon. I started in Streets of New Capenna, and I got the Obscura Oculus precon. So it's red. It's white, blue, and black, and that was my very first one, and it was very good. It was very good for starting out, and it was also very fun. I actually enjoyed playing that one. I now actually, and I've built a stupid number of decks personally, so it's one of those things where I think once you get in the habit with Commander, it's a little bit easier to, it's easier to get into it once you've played a couple different decks. The other option, of course, is if you have friends who are in it, then asking to borrow one of theirs isn't always a bad thing. if their playstyle radically differs from yours, it can be a little difficult to understand them. Oh, I do love the Studious first year. This bear is great. The bear wizard, and he searches for lands. I love him. I'm gonna set that aside. Don't want to play you on untap though. Reasonable. I need to figure out how I'm gonna do some of that stuff. I haven't quite figured out what we're gonna do with that. Oh, the music changed finally. It's been a full hour. I just realized the music changed. I didn't realize it had been a full hour for that yet. I need to move this over really quick. Form. Let's see if I'm talking while this is going. All right, there we go. I realized that I don't think I've gotten around to adjusting myself on this. Okay, there we go. I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Built in the heat. Cost 2 less if there's one or more cards left in your graveyard. This turn deals 5 damage to target creature. Also nice. I do need to figure out how I'm going to do something like that. All right, destroy target creature. For 2, this isn't bad, and it gives them an inkling, which isn't bad, but that's pretty good. I like that one. Let's see. Enters Striking Palette. When you next cast an instant or sorcery, copy that spell. Very good. That's a nice one. I'm going to set that aside. The cuboid. I love the cuboid. The cube of bees. I love this. The cube of bees is very funny. I like this. The cube of bees. Dissection practice. Target opponent loses a life, you gain a life. Up to 1 target creature gets +1/+1 and -1/-1. I have a good life gain deck, but it doesn't have my cards on there though, so I can't remake my IRL decks. I see. That's why I've been really liking in Tabletop Simulator. They actually just import the images from Architect and from another site, and that's been pretty good. Okay, copy. Oh, this is really funny. Color Storm Stallion. Ward 1 in haste. When you cast an instant or sorcery, this creature gets +1/+1. If 5 or more were spent, you create a token that's a copy of this. This card can get out of hand so fast. I can already tell. Because if all you have to do is cast spells of 5 with 5 or more mana regularly enough, and this will start going nuts really fast. I like that one. Knockout Maneuver. Oh, I do love this art. It's so cool. Yeah, that's a nice. Again, I think it's very easy for me to be happy with the art. Old Growth Educator. Oh, I haven't seen this one yet. When it enters, put 2 +1/+1 counters on it if you gained a life. Vigilance and Reach. Okay, so that's not too bad. And another Titan's Grave. I'm gonna have a lot of Titan's Graves by the end of this, I swear. Yeah, I think the thing that's been tough for me figuring out how I want to play, if I'm gonna do Magic with like chat or with, you know, a group of people, is trying to figure out how to do that in a way that works. Because Magic doesn't quite have the same system, because Untap has some issues, Tabletop Simulator has some issues, and it's kind of like you have to kind of weigh the pros and cons. I did enjoy, I did a collab a while ago of playing Commander with some people, and that was quite fun. I actually did enjoy that quite a bit. And it was also nice because I pulled in my personal decks, because I have them all digitally cataloged. I was able to pull them in, and it's very nice to see my own cards in. Kind of like Code Lyoko. It's like, oh, this got just warped in. That's wild. I do love environmental sciences. That's a Fractalize. Here's pass. Oh, we haven't seen this one yet. This thing is ugly. I love him. When it attacks, you gain a life. It has Menace. And it can return from the graveyard to the battlefield tapped. This is a very easy one to use. I like this. This guy's great. It's kind of goofy, but I do love him. I do love Teacher's Pass. That's great. That's a fun one. Double Strike. Target creature gets +1/+1 against double strike. So it can give another creature double strike once. That's not too bad. It's kind of weird that's a 1/1, but that's not too bad. This is actually a pretty good card. Oh, this is the guy who has Brainstorm. Tap 2 untap creatures you control. This creature becomes prepared, and then you can play Brainstorm. One of the best draw and blue cards you can get. That's a really easy one. A Braid. Oh, I have not seen this art yet. Let's see. Yeah, a Braid's a great card too, because it's 2 to either deal 3 damage or destroy something, so. It's a very pretty art. I love that. That's very cool. Interjection. +2/+2 in first strike. We've seen that one. And an island. But I do think that with this set, the nice thing is that even just a couple packs can give you something to work with. It doesn't feel like... Even though cards that I've said are like, oh, these aren't the best cards, I can still see them being usable. Especially for somebody, if you get these cards, like, okay, can these work in the absence of other options? And I would say yes. That's probably the nice thing about it too, is it never feels like they're so bad that you don't want to even touch them. Just kind of like, oh, so there might be better cards in different sets, but this set overall has been very good. Let's see, +2/+2 as long as you gain life. This one's not bad. It's pretty easy. Quick study. It's funny. This card is basically just a reprint of a card called Divination from like 2013, and it's honestly just fine. It's funny because it's just draw 2, but if you, its mana cost being 3 does mean it's helpful for certain decks, but it's just very funny seeing it and knowing that there's a card that's pretty much the same thing. But it's not bad. Do the pass, you gain 2 life, you may discard a card if you do, draw 2. I like this. This is not bad. And you can flashback it, so that's not too bad. But I do like this one. Also, the art is very cool. I like that. I'm gonna set that aside. Witherbloom Charm. I have not gotten one of these yet. You may sacrifice a permanent. If you do, draw 2, gain 5 life, destroy target non-land permanent with mana values 2 or less. Also very good. Honestly, I don't think it's the best of the charms, but it's pretty good. Harsh Annotation, also good. Molten Note. Boy, I get to listen to the Belkin music. That makes my brain go burr a little bit. I'll turn that down. I'm gonna turn it down just a smidge. I love the Belkin music, but oh my god. Forgot that it makes my brain go burr. Molten Note deals damage to target creature equals the mana spent to cast it. This one's very interesting because it doesn't say the X cost. It just says how much you paid. So you can do 2 damage and untap everything you have, which is very easy to use. That's a very nice spell to go for. But also it has flashback for 8, so it's just nice. This spell is really good. Another Petrified Hamlet. I love this card. I'm gonna use the crap out of that card, I tell you what. Emeritus of Woe. Oh, this is one of the... Oh, wait. Ooh. I see. Beginning of your end step, if 2 or more creatures die this turn, this creature becomes prepared. Damn, great card. Demonic Tutor on a stick is amazing. Great value. This is huge. This card is amazing. It enters prepared anyway, so if you have 6 mana, you just get to Demonic Tutor. I'm setting that aside. This is really good. That's a fantastic card. Oh my god, it's so good. Hop to it. Oh my god, I love this card. And then it's like, oh, Demonic Tutor, the Emeritus of Woe, and then hop to it. The funny rabbits. I love that. Oh my god, it's so good. Barrage Barrage. Our creature gets +1/+0. That we've seen this one before. That's a foil one. And oh, I love the art of this one. This plains is very pretty. I like that. Very autumnal approach. I like that. I feel like with this box alone, I've already hit so many goals that I didn't know I had. So I'm already quite pleased. I am very pleased with what we have already. Stupid pack. Eh. Why does the plastic fight me so much? The plastic fights me. It disagrees with my statement. Rancorous Archaic. Enters with a +1/+1. Okay, so that's not... I feel like these Archaics range from being solidly okay to being... Okay, they're fun. They're not too bad. Spellbook Seeker. Draw 2, discard 2, careful study. That's not bad. I think for 4 on a creature, it's not great, but it's not too bad. Tone Blast. Glorious Decay. We have I think I'm gonna have a bunch of those. Oh, hey, the Fractal Mascot. Okay, I haven't gotten this one yet. When it enters, tap a target creature. Opponent controls, put a stun counter on it. Okay, so it's a 6/6 for 6 with tapping down a creature. Pretty good. Not bad. And it's an enter thing, so you could flicker it and do that a whole bunch of times. Hester of the Tangential. At the beginning of combat, you may pay X. When you do, move X +1/+1 counters from this creature to another target creature. Not bad. I think the only downside is, at least to me, is that you have to remember how much mana you have and be able to use it accordingly. So you could end up in a position where you accidentally spend all your mana and then somebody just catches you off guard. It can be very easy to overcommit, I think, with that card. I would definitely do it. I do love Key Roll. This one is very good. When 1 or more cards leaves your graveyard, it becomes prepared. This has been... I used this during my pre-release. It was very instrumental for me winning the games. I did. And this particular spell, mill a card, put 2 +1/+1 counters, and gain trample. Underrated, I think. Very good. Okay, this card's also fantastic. Ham Observant Sequencer. When a land enters, it becomes prepared. Paying green and a blue to draw a card, gain a life, and constantly be able to do this. I could see this card very easily cycling through most of someone's deck. Even Silver Tongue, Sign in Blood. Oh, you get Sign in Blood on this. Okay. Gain 2 or more life at the beginning of second main phase. Honestly, that's pretty good. That's really nice. Being able to get Sign in Blood on just gaining life, that's pretty easy. I'm gonna set that one aside. I already have TAM set aside, so I should Spell Pierce. Oh, no, Spell Pierce. I didn't know they had to reprint this set. That's a very pretty art. Love that. Foil, Mage Tower Referee, and a mountain. Oh boy, we are at the hour mark. Hope everybody's having a good day so far. For my part, opening all of these has been just a dang treat. It's been very nice. I was contemplating whether or not I'd stream it, but I had the realization that whenever I do this like, I say irresponsible, but it is, you know, a managed financial purchase. That if I'm going to do this once a year, I might as well stream it, you know, show off the cards I get, and talk about the game design. I think overall, though, one of the things that I found with Magic is that, and it's the same thing with a lot of trading card games that live long enough, is that when you have such a massive pool of cards to work with, it is in your best interest to figure out how you're going to balance it. In Yu-Gi-Oh's case, everything is legal, but you know, they have a banned list of cards, but they try to keep everything legal because the history of the game is part of its legacy. Its legacy is in the history. In Magic, it's interesting because Standard, they only want you playing sets from the last few years, but in Commander and, you know, some of the other formats, they will specifically focus on, you know, either having all the cards available or with a specific ban list, or doing something along the lines of trying to choose a specific era. Like, I think Vintage goes for a specific era. I know that Standard, if you're playing, if you say Standard, but you're playing any cards from any time, it's, I think it's, I forget what the name is, but it's basically, I think it's Pioneer. I forget though. Honestly, I always forget what it's called. They have, I think Magic has a ton of format names. And Pokemon follows a similar idea, from what I understand. Top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature or land card from among them, put them into your hand. If you gain life this turn, you can reveal 2 creature and or land cards and put them into your hand. It's Magic, you know. How's it going, Rocket? Hope all's good. Destroy target artifact creature gain a life. That's okay. Grapple, that's pretty good. I haven't seen that one yet. Another Mage Tower Referee. Oh, I haven't seen this one. What is this? Practice Scrollsmith. First strike, when this creature enters, exile target non-creature, non-land card from your graveyard. You may cast this card until the end of the turn. Until the end of your next turn. That's pretty good. I will say, I've been trying to update my music soundtrack for streams where I'm like, this kind of counts as a just chatting stream, but it's like, it's, you know, it's whenever I'm doing stuff that's not me playing a game and having music from the game. So it is interesting having to find new music. I've been trying to add from games that I've played up to this point, and that's been an interesting challenge sometimes. Because I'm like, okay, what music goes good as background music, and what music do I want to just listen to? Like, Traverse Town, I think, is an easy one, but earlier I had the Oblivion music on, and it was pretty... I might do more of that. Wait, what is this? My father tried to banish me. Unfortunately for him, I was hexproof. Just someone tries to banish you, and you just go, nah, I have hexproof. Till end of turn, any number of target creatures you control each get +1/+0, and when this creature dies, draw a card. This is nice, because that means you're turning all of your creatures dying into let me draw cards. That's very nice. I'm gonna put that aside. That's really good. Arc of Hunger. When one or more cards leaves your graveyard, this artifact deals 1 damage to each opponent, and you gain a life. That's real good. I didn't know that one existed. That's really good. Stargaze. Oh, I didn't know they reprinted Star. This was in Bloomborough. Oh my god, it's so cool looking. I love this art. Stargaze looks so cool. God, I will say, in terms of the stuff I've gotten personally, I think I've gotten a lot of good stuff for black. I think black has been the color that's been eating the most this set, in my opinion. I've seen a lot of great cards in that color. I think the only one that's a bit close, I think the one that's closer might be green. I think green and black might have gotten the lion's share of like the best things, but I think all colors got something really good. That's the thing. It feels like all 5 colors are represented nicely in this set, rather than being. It doesn't feel like any of them got a ton more than the others, you know? Let's see. Shattered Acolyte, Pull from the Grave. I do know this one. Aggressive Fire Dancer. We saw this one earlier, I remember. Follow the Lumerets. Another Page Loose Leaf. So I have 3 now, so that's not bad. Death Daydream. What is this? Exile target creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control, the +1/+1 counter on it. That's not bad. Again, it's one of those things where it flickers something. That's not bad. Also, the art, I think she's very pretty. That's very nice. Essence Knit Scholar. When it enters, create a pest. At the beginning of your end step, you draw a card if the creature died. Not bad. Fractal Anomaly. Back to Scrollsmith. Traumatic Critique. Deals X damage to any target, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. I like this one. This is very funny. Also, man, that face is so, that yelling is so funny. Okay, that's another crack. Okay, I got one in my pre-release. Having 2 Crackle of Power, that makes me very happy. I'm very pleased to see this card. I got 2? You can get 2 in the same pack? What? Hang on. I didn't even know you could get 2 of the Strixhaven arts in the same pack. Wow. This foil is making my camera go nuts. Even focus. I think that's because foil. Yeah. I didn't even know that. That's really cool. God, that is so pretty to look at, though. It's making my camera go nuts. Put these both in the Strixhaven set. That's very cool. I didn't know you could get that. Honestly, foil versions of the Strixhaven Archives cards are gonna be so pretty. Because that one right there is insanely pretty. That's really cool. Let's see. Deluge Virtuoso. I don't think I've seen this one. Hang on. Gotta let the camera reset. Oh. Gotta let the camera reset. Come on, buddy. There we go. Let's see. Opus. When you cast an instant or sorcery, this creature gets +1/+1. This creature gets +2/+2 if it's 5 instead. Not bad. Not bad. It's nice. It's a nice card. I think it could be very fun. Interceptor. Olna Alley Shopkeep. God, I can't say that word right. Okay. Tenured Concoctor. Potioner's Trove. I love this card. I do like that card a lot. Here's Ink Mage. Abstract Paint Mage. Beginning of your first main phase. Yeah, this one. We saw this one earlier. Forum Necroscribe. I think this one I haven't seen yet. Ward, discard a card. When you cast an instant or sorcery that targets a creature, return target creature spell. Okay, that's pretty good. It's not the best thing ever, but that's pretty good, because that just means you can just grab all your creatures back. That's pretty nice. I'm going to set that aside. Damon's Experiment. Reveal look at the top 5. You may reveal up to 2 creatures and/or lands from among them. Put the rest at the bottom. Put all land cards revealed this way onto the battlefield tapped, and all creature cards revealed this way. Okay, that's not bad. Not fantastic, but it is really good. Flashback. Ah, yes. Give the thing flashback. You know, the flashback spell. It gives you flashback. Stock up. I still love this art. We got one earlier, but I do love this card and its art. It's very pretty. Ancestral Anger. I could build a standard deck with Ancestral Anger at this point. I do really like... Okay, I will say also, the number of tokens I have now, I am going to have as many tokens as I need to play this set, I swear. Okay, we're down to... Let's see, how many do we have left? 4, 6. Okay. I'm going to put this box over there. Okay, we have 6 packs left. And then we're on to the second box. It feels so weird to be able to say that. It's like, ah yes, we have not 1 box, but 2. I did, like I said, I did, and the thing I've done with this stuff is that if I know a set is going to be hard to acquire, I tend to pre-order these early, like when they're at market price. And with this one, I pre-ordered it at market price, and that was very important for me to do because I saw how fast it was climbing afterwards. I did this with Final Fantasy. The box dang near doubled in price after my pre-order. So I was very happy that I pre-ordered it when I did, because I pre-ordered it, I think, like half a year before it came out. I was just waiting for it, and I was just like, yep. I think part of it, though, is that with Magic, it's interesting because you have to balance power and actually thinking about the rest of the game. And I feel like that's the biggest challenge Magic has, is trying to figure out how do you add cards to this game without breaking something. And I think the good thing is they've realized, I think to some extent they have realized that you can't. Like, you can make any card and somebody will find a way to do something stupid with it because you have so many cards in your portfolio, in your, you know, your lexicon. It's like, how do you even make something that doesn't do that? And it's just, you don't. You will end up making something that will end up making something from way before go crazy. This card's really good. When a creature control dies, each opponent loses life, gains a life. This goes very well with all the other cards we've seen of this color. Also, the Cauldron. Duty Beyond Death. I love this card art. That's so good. I love it. Hespbrood Sloth. I do like this card. Form of Amity. Okay, I haven't... Oh, is this the... Oh, it's a Silver Quill one. Okay, cool. I love the I love that it looks like, I guess thinking of Kingdom Hearts, it looks kind of like the stadium area. I forget the exact name. My brain just shut it right off. But it looks like the Coliseum area from Kingdom Hearts. It's funny, I personally really love Chain of Memories more than I like the rest of the series. It's kind of funny. I think Chain of Memories is my... It's kind of like my favorite... It is my favorite Game Boy game, I think, of all time. Like, Game Boy Advance is probably my favorite game. And that's just because I think it came along with Yu-Gi-Oh! Where I love card games. And I think I cling to Magic now, not because I dislike Yu-Gi-Oh! Or, you know, I like Yu-Gi-Oh! Less. I think it's just because, in terms of playing the game, I've had more fun going out to play Commander with people, because it's been very easy for me to, like, show up with a deck and go, oh, hey, can I play? And it's a very social game, so it's nice to get to sit and talk with people. Yeah, we are at the point where we're at the point with this set where we're gonna only stop when we find cards that we haven't seen yet. This one I like. Draw 3 cards, discard 2, add mana. Very cool. Also, man, that is a very pretty... Got 2 wizards on a date type card. That's very nice. Graduation date. This card is so good. I love this card. It's very underrated, I think. Very nice. I like that. Snarl Song. Put X11 counters on it and you gain X life, which number of mana spent, types of mana. Oh, that's pretty good. Another Abigail. Okay, I know the ad break's coming soon. Oh, I wanted this card. I wanted this card so bad. I love this card. Exhibition Tidecaller. When you cast an instant or sorcery, target player mills 3. If 5 or more was spent, mill 10. I love mill cards. Yeah, I know I shouldn't love mill cards. I love milling people. It's fun. No! I should not own that! Why? I should not own one of these. I see. Okay, I didn't even know this was in the set. Hang on, I'm gonna let it focus so I can talk about this card. I did not know Chroma's Will was in this set. That is concerning. How do I even use this card? What do I even put it in? Chroma's Will. Ad break just hit 2. Okay, well, I'm gonna talk through the ad break really quick, but yeah. Oh boy, Chroma's Will. Okay, I need to like, I need to drink some water or something. Hang on, I need to hydrate. Use it to summon. No, this thing. If ODaM's on the field, you use it. So, to discuss it, if you control your commander, you can do both things. You can give creatures flying, vigilance, double strike, lifelink, indestructible protection, or it's flying, vigilance, double strike. Yeah, lifelink, indestructible protection from each color. This card, if you can cast it and get both modes, you can basically kill people in rapid order with a decent field. This card is absolutely busted. It is so good. It is never not worth it to cast it when you have the chance. But oh my god, this thing is insane. Like, just... Oh my god, dude. I'm gonna set that as like a special thing. I need to set that away. And then Chase Inspiration. Okay, I do need to look up something. I need to look up how much that is. Chroma's Will is a very good card. That is... I need to look up how much Chroma's Will is, because that... Chroma's Will. How much is this? Going for 16. Yeah, 15. It starts at 16 bucks. But as a power... in terms of power, that card scares the crap out of me, because I have seen this... I have not seen this card in person before. I think I've seen people play Jessica's Will, and that's also a very busted card. But I think I've seen a Chroma's Will once in person, ever. Like, that is a card you do not see very often, that I don't see, well, I don't personally see it very often. Come on, there we go. Oh my god. Let's see. Try to get to the next card that makes my brain hurt. Side. I might switch music really quick while we have a chance. What's in the... What's in the queue right now? Yeah, I might jump to the next one. There we go. There we go, much better. Okay. I love Traverse Town, but I didn't want to sit and listen to it for a full 30 minutes. Oh, I know this one. Yeah, I was looking for songs to add to the list. Quite pleased with this one. Let's see. Procrastinate, we've seen this one. Little Mockery. Oracle's Restoration. I don't think I've seen this one yet. Creature gets +1/+1, draw a card, gain a life. Good. Inkling Mascot. Oh, this one looks sick. I love this. When you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature, gains flying until end of turn, surveil 1. I like this. That's pretty good. I like that art. Fractal Mascot. Spirit Call Enthusiast. Look at this. When one or more tokens you control enter, it becomes prepared. Oh, one or two target creatures get +2/+2. That's pretty nice. That's not bad. Brute Manipulation. We saw this one earlier. Okay. Creature control get +2/+2 and Menace. And when they attack, you gain a life. Okay. Prismari Charm, very good. Mana Sculpt. Counter target spell if you control wizard, add an amount of colorless equal to the amount of mana spent to cast that spell as we give you your next main phase. That's really good. What the heck? I need to put this in my wizard deck. Hi. Hey, how's it going? How's it going, Pierre? I hope you're doing well. Hope everything's all good. Royal Treatment. I like this one. Foil, Wander Off. Forest. Okay, I do want to go back. Good, thank you. Oh, most excellent, most excellent. I want to go back really quick for everybody who was in the ad break. This card is so freaking crazy. You control your commander, you can get both modes, and you just get a bunch of keywords. It's so good. I feel like I'm going to send a picture to my Magic group, and they're going to say, why did you get that? And it's like, you know what? Because I asked nicely for the universe to send me things, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why I would get into Chrome as well, but... Oh man, I do feel like if I were to try and design a card game, the tough thing is trying to make sure that all forms of play are fun. And I think with Magic at this point, the tough thing is that you're at a point where, okay, you can add anything to the game and it will just fun. You just have to make sure it fits the identity of the colors. But there are so many different ways you can add to this game. It's just like, how do you start with this? But I think it's both ways are kind of tough, where you're starting a card game and being at the kind of like the singularity that Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic are in, where you have so many cards in your pool that how do you even begin to balance it? But conversely, having only so many cards in your pool, how do you begin to design it so that people want to get more out of this set, out of the game? I think the one I'm thinking of is there's that V card game that I remember hearing people weren't. I don't know how many people play it, but I remember seeing that that's one that I would say, you know, you kind of have to wait until a couple sets are out and then you can get into it more. That's gonna be a little tough. Oh yeah, new one. New frog. Okay, the fact that almost every frog in this set has Death Touch is very interesting. I think it's very cool. Update, put my new extra motherboard, RAM, and CPU together and hooked it together. Oh, very good. Very good. Hope everything works out there. Heated argument. I love the artwork. Again, I love the artwork in this set. Studious for... Okay, this card might end up just being in every... It might just end up being in every... in everything I build at this point, because it's just very easy to throw it in. Extra rampant growths are fine. I think it's fun. Aerofractal. Topiary Lecturer. Add an amount of green equal to this creature's power. Okay, I would want to put this... Funny enough, I'd want to put this in my Final Fantasy X deck. Or in my... I have a couple decks that do +1/+1 counters. I could do this. This card could be very good. I'm going to set that aside. Eternal Student. 50th year of graduate study with no signs of stopping. Wow, she's a master's student. That's crazy. Exile this from your graveyard. Create 2 Inklings. Not bad. Not bad. Let's see. Opus, when you create an instant or sorcery spell, this card gets +3/+0 till end of turn. If 5 or more mana is spent to cast a spell, put 3 counters on instead. Not bad. I also just love the whale. I think these sky whales are just cool. That's nice. Antiquities on the loose. Create 2 spirits. If it was cast from anywhere other than your hand, put a +1/+1 on each spirit. This could make making a spirit deck. I want that Mana Dork Elf. It's pretty good. Burst Lightning. I do love this card. This card's quite good. 2 damage to anything is nice. I almost never will cast the other form. What the heck? What does this do? Split second. Oh, wait, what? Whoa, 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 what does this do? Hang on, let me get rid of this. Put that aside. Hang on, what does this do? I need to read. What does this thing do? I was reading it like, wait. I was reading it. I was like, what the heck are you doing? Okay, split second. You can't, as long as the spell's on the stack, players can't cast spells or activate abilities. Yep. You can't lose the game this turn, and your opponents can't win the game this turn. Until end of turn, damage that would reduce your life total to less than 1 reduces it to 1 instead. What? It's also such a cool looking card. And it's foil. Okay. Okay, so of all the cards I've gotten, I have gotten 2 cards in white that are just... Ooh. Okay. That made me pause, because I was like, wait, what the heck did I just read? Oh my god, dude. That's cracked. This box has given me... This has been a bounty, for sure. My god, dude. Oh, camera needs a quick reset. Just... Okay. Blues Virtuoso. We're on... The next pack... This pack is the second to last. We're at the penultimate pack of the box. By Scholar. We've seen that one. Okay. I do genuinely love... I think I just love that this set has been really good. But a box has been very... It's been very, It's been quite generous. These odds have been quite generous. Exile up to 1 target creature you control. Return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. 1 or more cards are put in exile this turn. Okay, this is pretty good. Because it means that those enter the battlefield effects that you want to have copied will continue to do so. That's pretty good. I like that. I'm gonna set that aside. That one's pretty good. Fractal Tender. Yep. Artistic Process. I feel like this is the thing that's going on. This is what's going on in our brains when we try to make anything. 2 damage to each creature control. Okay, for 5, this is a lot. This is a lot. I don't know if this is... I don't know if I'd use this spell, but if I could reduce its cost, it would be very, very good. The only problem is that fire magic exists. To me, at least. Because fire magic is less expensive and it can do a similar thing. Berta, Wise Extract... What is this frog? Increment. When 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put on Berta, add 1 mana of any color. X, put a 0... Oh, I see. So with all those other +1/+1 stuff... Yeah, I could see this being very funny. I see. I also love that Berta, the Wise Extrapolator. this frog. I like that one. That's pretty good. Deflecting Palm. What does this do? The next time a source of your choice would deal damage to you this turn, prevent that damage. If damage is prevented this way, Deflecting Palm deals that much damage to that source's controller. That's cracked. I love that. That's really good. Put that aside too. Okay. Oh my god, dude. This set gives. I have not been taken. Nothing has been taken away. Oh man. All right, last pack of the box. Oh yeah, I did only learn recently that on the back of packs, it actually... I guess I'll show this off really quick because I learned it. Can I get it to read? I wanted to focus on this. Here it is. May contain these cards. I didn't know that they actually list out the rates on the back of these. So that's pretty cool. I didn't know that they actually had the rates on these. I believe the reason they do it this way is because it lets them avoid certain laws and regulations on terms of gambling. Because this is not gambling if your rates and statistics are there, from what I understand. It's probably more nuanced than that, but I do know that it's a legal thing. Because by doing so, they can sell this to, like, in places, and it's not technically a gambling thing. Which, at least from... even though it does feel like gambling, because you're sitting there spinning the slot machine. You cast an insert sorcery that targets... Okay, it's another one that gets bigger. Why is she built so weird? She's very pretty, but I don't know what her hairstyle is. She looks like a bird. Additive Evolution. What the heck? Oh, this is good. Okay. Put 3 +1/+1 counters on it. Gamble. Fox gambling. I could not get into it. I have figured out that's probably why Clover Pit and Rat Coin... I played Rat Coin a little bit off stream. I think that's why those games don't quite hit for me as much as like Balatro does. Because it kind of feels like Balatro has a certain level of skill that is more prevalent when it comes to reading the hands you have and the cards you get. But whenever I'm playing, when I played Clover Pit and Raccoon, it felt very much like you are just playing a slot. You're playing a slot machine, and that only can stay interesting for so long before it starts to fall off. At least I think. Also, this card is great because getting vigilance on creatures is very nice, especially because you just keep powering them up. Summon Dromedary. Okay, this camel I used in my pre-release. This camel I do like. He's very funny. Stream. I do like how many of these cards are just like the fears of schools. Emeritus of ID. Ooh. When this card, yeah, this is another Emeritus too, because we got the Emeritus of Woe earlier. Emeritus of Ideation. You know what I should do? Hang on. Yeah, this just gets you 3 cards. That's really good. That's really good. Return the Favor. Oh, this one's so pretty. Copy target spell. Change target spell to ability with a single target. This one's also really good. A great one. Landscape Painter. Okay, I think I'm gonna go through what we have really quick, and also separate some things out so we have everything we want out. Set aside the Emeritus. I need to go get the Emeritus of Woe. Go. Where does this start? I'm trying to figure out where this starts. Yes. Okay, so I have my stack of what I set aside. Here, I think. Okay. Yeah, this... So the first box, we got 2 of the 5 dragons. This one's one I had from the pre-release. Stack of lands, stack of foils. The Strixhaven archive stuff has been... I think it's been very good. It's been very kind to us. We got Archaeomancer and Wild Growth Archaic, which is quite excellent. We got Akroma's Will. I'll pull these aside. Akroma's Will, Angel's Grace, Deflecting Palm, Emeritus of Ideation, Emeritus of Woe. So we have hit a lot of cool stuff in this set. I'm gonna try to be careful though. Go that way. There we go. Okay. So already a massive start, frankly. We already have so much. I will say I'm a bit surprised that we only got 2 dragons, but that's not bad at all, frankly. That's actually not bad. All right. Next box begins. I should probably toss out the trash really quick while I have a moment. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna do that really quick. I will be right back. I'm gonna toss this out really quick. I have so many like packed, so much plastic, so much plastic right there. Oh my god. Also gives me an excuse. Phone was charging. Okay. What I will do, hang on. I'll just bundle it up and put it. There we go. I just saw an AI generated card with Ward lose the game. Ward lose the game, huh? If somebody said that was a card that was on there, it would just be like, okay, then I use a card that says each creature takes damage. Like, it's kind of silly. Like, Ward lose the game is such a stupid effect. Oh my god. Come on. I don't want to mess the box up too much, buddy. Come on. There we go. There we go. It's got to be visually satisfying to open the box. It's got to be it's got to be aesthetic. Okay, I kind of messed myself up here because I put this here. Hang on. Okay. There we go. Let me put these... I'll put these with the dragons over here, I think. There we go. Okay. Very good. Okay, toss that. All right. Next box, let's get started. All right. So I love this YouTube guy. I feel like it's funny too when you learn of that sort of stuff where it's like, oh, what, like, the funny thing, it does also highlight how, frankly, how hard it is to design cards in a reasonable fashion. Because I think it's very easy for people who don't really get why cards aren't built broken. Because there are card combinations that are broken and very good cards, but If you put too much on one card, it's pretty bad. Need to go to some of the Fox. Thanks for thanks for popping in, Super Baki. Nice to see you again. Always nice to get to see friends. Also nice to Fano. I shall pet the fox. I see. I tend to be. I will confess. I'm leery to such touch, but I understand the desire to. Let's see. What's next? Thankfully, a lot of these we're hitting duplicates, but they're not duplicates of things that I'm upset to see duplication of. Tragedy. What the heck is this thing? Tragedy Feaster. What the heck are you? At the beginning of your end. Oh, this is the one we saw earlier. Okay, so we have a full art version of it. Okay, I was like, what the heck is this? I see. Yeah. Okay. Not bad. Monstrous Rage. Another Monstrous Rage isn't too bad. I like this card. Geometer. Wait, what the heck is this? Geometer. Oh, this is a new card. Okay. You cast a spell with X in its mana cost. Look at the top X of your library. Put one into your hand, the rest at the bottom. I actually do need that for... I have a Hydra's deck that does that. That would be quite nice. How's it going today, Fano? I hope you're doing well. I keep coming to stream at weird hours. It's 3:40 a.m. here. Good God. Hope you're doing okay. 3:40 is a strange time to be awake. Hope you're doing all right. I know for me right now, it's, you know, gonna sleep. Go to sleep. I'm more surprised that you're awake so early. I was doing this stream during the day because it's the time I can make it work. Well, at least for me, it's during the day. I know, obviously, time zones are wild. I need Proctor's Gaze for a deck. I'm good. That's good. That's good to hear. I do think Proctor's Gaze is quite good. It seems like a very helpful card, especially for the right strategies. I now have a full set of these. I have a full set of page. Elemental Mascot. Okay, I haven't seen this one yet. Return target non-land permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the hand. At the beginning of your end step, if a card left your graveyard this turn, draw a card. For 5, that's not bad. It's for a Niv Mizzet Supreme Spellslinger deck. Okay, yeah. I've seen the... I think the 5-color Niv Mizzet as well also is gonna be... I think it's gonna... There's gonna be a lot of people wanting to play that. And I do get it. Because it's quite good. It's quite a fun strategy with these cards. Aren't there 3 of those? Yeah, you're right. You're right, crap. I forgot. There's like 3 of them now. +0/+10? Fights a creature. +0/+10 is stupid. I love that. Ooh. I'm using the weakest. Even the weakest Niv Mizzet is a strong card. Zephyr and the Tempests. Once they're each exchange, this card is real good. This guy's great. He's fantastic. Just pay for free. I'm gonna put that with the stuff that's really good. My God. Improvisation Capstone. What the heck is this? Paradigm. Exile the spell. After you first resolve a spell with this name, you may cast a copy of it from exile. Oh, so you have to play it multiple... You have to have multiple copies? I think? Yeah, I think you do. Interesting. Requisition Raid. Another Requisition Raid is pretty good, I will say. I do like this card. Requisition Raid's pretty... Imagine Zephyr as the commander of an extra turns deck. I would, if anything, I would want to put Zephyr in... I have a coin flip deck using Usury Fortune's Flame. That would be very funny to have him in. Another Ancestral Anger and a Forest. I would like Zephyr and Tempest in that. I'm probably going to end up putting him in... I am building a... The thing I want with the... I want to try and get the 5 Strixhaven Dragons because I want to build a... I want to build a 5-color deck with... I want to do another Dragons deck, but this time do it for spell slinging and also just having the 5 Dragons in one deck. I think the commander's going to be... I've been planning that the commander will be Ramos Dragon Engine. It's quite nice. Another one, or a curse that gets transferred between players, cumulative upkeep 1. If sacrificed because cost wasn't paid, cursed player loses the game. Oh, for like people like fan, like it kind of feels like it's more like fan-made cards. But also that is, I feel like that would just be kind of annoying, especially if you play it too early. That wouldn't be a fun card to design, you know? I guess that it kind of comes down again to what would be fun to play. And if a card isn't fun to play, it's very hard to even consider it being added to the game, let alone it making it past the testing phase, you know? And I think with trading card games, the biggest problem is how do you design a card that is just fun? Zaya generate, but it's funny to even read. I mean, still, it's like Like, even then, still, it's like, okay, but it's clearly being designed without thinking about what would be a good card. Because if you put that in a deck that can, you know, if you have flash or something, you just throw it in on somebody before they untap. You throw it in, and it's just like you can force them to just discard a bunch of stuff. I love the Terrafractal. Transcendent Archaic again, not bad. Throwing Honormancer, Abstract Paint. I think I'm gonna jump songs again in the playlist just because I want to. Let's see. Hi, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Oh, it'll work. You get 5-card commander for a Spellslinger deck with all the new Strixhaven dragons. Could be Niv Mizzet Reborn. The one I was personally going to do was Ramos Dragon Engine, just because I like the idea of being able to generate mana with his ability, but also just going to try to knock someone out of the game with commander damage would be hilarious. Haste. Oh, destroy non-basic lands. This is annoying. Just destroy people's command towers. Why don't you? Even just in general, other lands like Rogue's Passage or some of the other ones that make unblockables, just like be annoying about it. Just blow up non-basics. Send the Exotic Orchard to the grave. Kill it. Oh boy. I'm holding out hope that we will get Prismari and Witherbloom, but we'll see. If I get a lore hold, I swear to G. The Misery Reborn is just an amazing way to refill your hand. It is very good. It's most excellent. I do have a copy of him. I do have a copy of Niv Mizzet Reborn. I might put him in the deck, if not the commander. I think I've seen this one. Elemental Mascot. Oh, we haven't seen a Terramorphic in a while. I was saying that they reprinted a fair number of them. It's very funny to go so long without seeing another one. I do like the Strixhaven Sky Coach. I probably will put this in my vehicles deck. I said it earlier, but I do want to put that in there. Urging Aviator, Flashback. We're on the big stuff. Oh! Ew! Ew! Armageddon! Ew! Ew! What? I don't want to play that, man. That's disgusting! Disgusting! Destroy all lands. That art is amazing, but oh my god, I would never want to play it. Now you have to. Oh, and a foil Tam, of course. Alright, cool. I don't want to play that at all. Are you kidding me? Ew. That is disgusting. That's foul. I don't want to see that. I didn't even know it was in this set, honestly. Oh my god. I'm gonna put that with... I'll put it down here with the, yeah, I'll put it down here, I guess. I don't know where to put it. I want to throw it somewhere. I don't want it here, man. Alright, so you know what? That's reflecting too much light. Hang on. I think these are reflecting too much light. Let me move these this way. Problem. Alright. That should help. Yeah, I think the camera is having issues because of the... I think the whole thing is that it's too much light being reflected. I had to guess. Alright, I'm gonna put this token away while I'm on the table. Yep. Let's see. Rehearse Debater. But yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have to do something with it, but I really don't want to. I really don't want to. Ancestral Anger, I have a million of these now. I have to build a standard deck with it or something. If I have a million of them, I might as well do something with them, you know? Waypoint. Matter Bending Mage. I don't think I've seen this one yet. Return one target creature to its owner's hand. When you cast a spell X in its mana cost, this creature can't be blocked this turn. I've seen a number of cards that care about X costs and bouncing. This set has had a number of things say bounce things to the hand, so that's interesting. Thornfish Striker. I do like this card a lot. This card's very fun. I like this one. Another Tragedy Feaster. So I have two of these now. Quandric is X spells. It pretty much is, yeah. Hop to it. I do love this card. I'm probably going to put this in... I'm probably going to put at least one copy of Hop to It in my... I have a Mrs. Bumbleflower deck. I might put Hop to It in that. But it does care about tokens. That could be very fun to do. Yeah, I know that Quandrix does do X spells. It's just very funny seeing that they moved from Hop to It. Sounds like Hoctua. I think the reason why the X spells is interesting is because there's been less X spells in this set than there are support for X spells. Which there are some X spells in this set, but I think the support for it is better than the X spells themselves, which I think is just fine because there's a lot of great X spells already in the game. So having support for that that kind of play is kind of interesting. All things considered, it is nice seeing how many different play styles can emerge out of this depending on how you build your decks. So I could see someone building some very cool stuff with different combos within this set alone. Growth curve. +1 on target creature, then double the number of +1/+1 counters. That's real good. I'm putting that aside for me. Micah, Reader of Ruins. I have not seen this one yet. Ward pay 3. When you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you may sacrifice an artifact. If you do, copy that spell. Pretty good. Not bad. Let's set that one aside too. Suspend aggression. Exile target non-land permanent from the end of the top card of your library. For each of those cards, its owner may play it till the end of their next turn. Not bad. Pick your poison. Pretty good. Foil, reverse debater, and a plains. Honestly, so far this box has been pretty nice. I think Micro as Stormkill Artist almost sounds like an infinite combo. Almost. I think the only thing is you need another way to make mana. So you need something that would serve as a way to make more. If you have a ton of mana already, you could do some stuff with it. I think the key is that if you're casting instants and sorceries that allow you to make more, that would be very strong. You could do some very cool stuff with that, I think. Thorn in a buyback spell? Maybe. Something, I think buyback would probably be the easiest way to do it, I think. I think you're onto something with that, personally. Because there's a lot of different ways you could do something with that. I think the key is finding a way to keep mana positive. If you gain life this turn, that creature controller... Oh, that's not too bad. Foolish Fate. I like that. Destroy target creature. You can do 30 damage. Quandrix Charm. I have not gotten a Quandrix Charm yet. Okay, cool. Haven't got one of these yet. Counter target spell unless this controller pays 2. Not bad. Destroy target enchantment. Base power, toughness 5/5. Not bad. Pretty good. Moseo. We got a Moseo earlier. I do like this card. Vicious Rivalry. Pay X life. Destroy all artifacts and creatures mana value X or less. Oh, you could just dunk into this if you really wanted to. That's hilarious. I love that. Locust Spray. Okay, we have one of these. Do like it, though. Foil, send in the pest. Form of Ant. Oh, boy. I should not have... I feel like having Monstro in this playlist is gonna... this is gonna be stuck in my head for another year, I swear. The last time I listened to this song while I was doing something, it was in my head for like a month. It's such a good song, but oh my god, it stays. It's probably my favorite song from Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, all things considered. Let's see. Melancholic Poet. Oh man. I do love this. I love this set. I think... Okay, I have enough of these Potionist Troves that I could probably start putting them into many decks at this point. Any deck that needs it would be fun. Archaics Ag... Oh, yeah, a new one. I think. Exile cards on top equal to... Oh, no, I've seen this one. Okay, I was trying to remember what it was. Quandrix Charm. Very good. Set that one aside. Choreograph Sparks. We've seen this one. Arc of Hunger. Okay, this one again. I could do something with this, I swear. Stargaze. Hey, I love Stargaze. Stargaze is great. I do love that one. And a foil... Elemental Mascot. Whoa! Oh, I haven't seen this mountain yet. Technically, Mira and Stormkill goes infinite with any card that copies another instant sorcery. Well, and that's the thing. Micah does copy. That's his whole effect. So, if you can... Because he copies the spells, so... You could if you have another way to copy stuff or storm off, you could probably do some crazy stuff. I think in a storm deck, it would be very fun, you know? Like, that's the sort of thing I would want in a storm deck. If I were to build a storm deck. I don't tend to play red and blue. I have a few red and blue decks now, but I think of all the color combos, it's very hard for me to play red and blue because I can't play it like I usually do. Which is to say, I really like having creatures on the board and like swinging in for people. But red and blue is my favorite. I do have a few people at my local game store who play red and blue and they're like experts at it. The main downside is that I can play red and blue fine, but they are masters of Izzet. I have been on the receiving end of the red-blue whooping a number of times at this point, and I respect it. It's a very good color combo. I do play all 5 colors in various combinations and forms, so it is not unknown to me how to play each type, but it is definitely not my strength. I think my strength is in creature strategies personally, but I also find that whenever I see someone who's really good at red and blue, it's really fun to watch because they pop off. Another Exhibition Tide Collar. I'm so happy to see this card again. Ooh, I didn't know Preordain was in this set. Oh, that's so pretty. I love this. I love that. I love that. That's really cool. Very pretty. I love it. I mean, that's just, okay, I deal 50 damage to you out of nowhere. Gib. The Preordain. It is very pretty. I do love that. I do. You know what's funny, though? The way I've described myself, I want Preordain. You know what's the way I've described my playstyle is I am a Gruul player pretending to be an Esper player. Which basically means I play like I have creatures on the board and I want to hit people, and I will play the colors that don't do that naturally. Which... Come on. Come on, buddy. There we go. It's very funny to play like that, but it can also be... For some people, it can be very confusing. But I also like playing all the different colors. I'm a very aggressive player. But I think one of my favorite decks is... Funny enough, it's also a defensive, but it's a Serulf Realm Eater. I don't like leaving blockers. Honestly, I feel that. That is a very valid feeling. If I can understand it, I play anything. Oh, which one? Well, you said Gib, which one? I haven't seen it yet. I know there's this one, the Southern Archaic. Vibrant Outburst. Which one was the Gib? Gib Frog. Oh, the Frog. Oh yeah, Bogwater Lumaret. I love Bogwater Lumaret. He's so cute. Deal the show. Oh, hey, what the heck? I haven't seen this one yet. Target player discards any number of cards, draws that many, deals damage equal to the number of instants or sorceries in your graveyard. My Dita Soul Steeper deck. It's pretty good. Ooh, okay, a new one. I haven't seen this one yet. As an additional cost to cast a spell, discard a card or pay 3, destroy target creature. Kind of reminds me of Fatal Push, but a little bit better. Honestly, not bad. I like that. That's pretty good. I'm gonna set that aside. Spellbook Seeker, and Field of Strife. I do like the Frog. I've gotten a couple of them. I do appreciate the Frog. The Frog is pretty solid. I will say, I might end up building a small trade binder because I mentioned once that I talked to a friend of mine at my store, and if I was missing any of these dragons, I might end up hitting him up about it because I might end up needing to trade some things to get all 5 dragons that I desire. The hope is that I just get all 5 from my boxes, but if not, I might have to put some things together. That's how I get rid of my Armageddon. I just trade that off for what I desire. Because I don't think I'd ever find a good way to play Armageddon. I don't think I would want to play it. It's such a, like, mean card. I do like this Cuboid. The sad thing is I can't put this in my Insect deck, because it's red, green, and black. So I can't use that, so that makes me sad, but... Another Burst Lightning. Okay, pretty good. And a foil Studious First Year. Hey, we got the Full Art Forest. Hey! Okay, so now if I... Hang on, let me go get those really quick. Where is it? It's near the bottom, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so now I have, at minimum, one of each of the full arts. Not bad. I have a green elf deck, a black no-hand deck with Cutthroat Eildal, a green-white creature deck, pure white weenie Mirrodin deck, and a green-red spear deck. I probably shouldn't mention on stream how many decks I own. Not because it would make people go, wait, how did you get all these? But more so, what do you mean you haven't deconstructed any? And it's like, you see, my problem is that I like to build decks and I don't like to take them apart. So if I have a new deck, I just build another one and, you know, do that same song and dance. I do not take things apart. I have 9 physical decks. I have what many would classify as too many. The thing is, when I stream, the one time I streamed a Commander, I did Commander with some people, one of the things that ended up happening was I just basically played a different deck from my physical collection that I've cataloged on Architect. Because Tabletop Simulator lets you do that, and it's pretty good. But the thing is, that wasn't even scratching the surface of how many decks I do have. I want too many decks. I will say, the only downside is that you will never play the same deck for more than a little bit at a time. I have a couple of what I call the reserve decks, where they always go with me to the store. I use Tabletop Commander when I stream Commander. Yeah, it's like, Tabletop Simulator is so good for Commander. It's really nice. But, yeah, no, the thing with it, though, is that The downside, I have this reserve list where it's like, here are the decks I always have on me, so people know what I have. But other than that, like, I have a set of, I basically cycle out 6 decks that are coming 2 sets of 3, and I will cycle in those will cycle in and out all the time. And then there's individual decks that are in their own little boxes sometimes. Mostly the little cardboard ones that, you know, you get from precons and stuff. But I do have a perturbing number. I do have them all listed out, and they're on Architect. I'm pretty sure the moment somebody figures out where my Architect is, they will be like, okay, these are all of yours, and I'm like, yes. And it's under a file, it's under a folder that says physically owned, so there's no way out of that one. Ooh, oh, I haven't seen this one yet, Muse Seeker. When you cast an instant or sorcery, draw a card, then discard unless 5 more mana spent to cast it. I like that, that's pretty good. That's nice. Practice Offense, we've seen this one before. Bulk Up. Yes, another Bulk Up. I need to put this in Karlach now that I have more than one. Gold Administrator. Spectacle Summit. I do like Tabletop Simulator a lot for playing Commander. Also because the one particular mod of it, you import directly from Architect. And it also, I like that one also because it does let you change your playmat to any image, which I think is very funny. I think on that one I had like the picture of Fuka from Persona 3. It was like a live Fuka reaction. Oh, needed to reset. There we go. All right. I will say today's going to be a little tiring for me stream-wise, just because we're going to do this stream, and then in a couple hours at 7 p.m. I'm going to be streaming Eternal Sonata again, which does mean that tomorrow I should probably talk less, which I won't, because when I go to play Magic on Fridays, I don't shut up. I do shut up when somebody's doing a turn. Oh, wait, Samar. I do like this guy. Sonar on G. This guy is quite good. I need to put him in a few things. Additive Evolution. Set that aside. End of the Hunt. Oh, hey, this thing. I do remember this one. This one's pretty good. Conciliator's Duelist. Oh, I haven't seen this one yet. When it enters, draw a card. Each player loses a life. When you cast an instant or sorcery that targets a creature, exile up to 1 target creature. Return it at the end of the owner's next... the owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Not bad. I like that. Pretty good. Royal Treatment and a Shattered Acolyte. I am very pleased with what we've had so far. It's like, even at this point, it's like, okay, yeah, no, we've collected... This is like such a massive stack of good cards. So, also, it's kind of a little thing, but I do appreciate getting so many lands. Like, I know it sounds weird, but I do actually need to refill up on lands, so having a lot of basics and non-basics does make me happy. It does sound silly, but trust me, when you build a lot of decks, having a lot of lands is necessary. It's a vital resource that you don't want to burn out, you know? Let's see. Ascended Dusk Speaker. I think the first couple of cards, it's like... Might not be so exciting for a while, but... The fact that we have so many cards that we do want multiples of, it is nice. So I do appreciate having the copies. I'm going to end up doing some stuff with these, probably. Another Muse Seeker. I'm going to put that aside. Ooh, yes! Okay, this one's great. I haven't seen this one yet. Planar Engineering. Sacrifice 2 lands, go get 4 basics, put them on the battlefield tapped. This card is so good. I love this card. Now, my only problem is I want to put it in the deck I want to build. I also want this in... I have a green-blue deck that is... I forget what the exact name of the commander is, but it was the Duskmourn green and blue precon when it started. And I put in... There's a card from Edge of Eternities that cares about when lands enter. It was something Genesis, and I want this and that card together. And another... Oh, big score. I got one of these during my pre-release, and I love it. It's a very good card. Because you discard a card to draw 2 and create 2 treasures. And that's a very easy cost to pay. That's really nice. I do love it a lot. Okay. Now the question, am I gonna see another dragon in this box? Or am I gonna see Lorehold again? I have heard that Lorehold is the one that people have been seeing a fair bit. But we'll see. We'll see. I will soon find out, you know? Alrighty, Rancorous Archaic. Procrastinate. I will say, I love this giraffe. I do love the Hungry Graffalon. It's very funny. Argument, Spirit Mascot, Silver Quill Charm, Fractal Anomaly. Okay, I think... So the thing is blue, whatever that one is. Fractal Tender. Wave Researcher. This one new? I don't think I've seen this one yet. Reanimate. Oh, wow. Okay, Reanimate on a creature. That's pretty good. Beginning of your upkeep, surveil 1. If there are 3 more creature cards in your graveyard, This creature becomes prepared. I want this in the same deck that I have Viconia from the Dungeons and Dragons set, because this card would go very well because they're both upkeep triggers, and this one you could stack it so this one goes first, and then you can return something to your hand. I like that. That's quite good. Another Spell Pierce. I should probably start playing counterspells more often, huh? I tend to not like playing counterspells, not because they're not good, but because I feel like the tough thing for me with counterspells is that it is a guarantee that you will knock someone's plans right out. For me personally, I like finding more indirect methods for dealing with people and their strategies, but the problem is the counters are too good. I should be using them more often, but I recognize that my restraint is more out of a decorum than any sort of strategic necessity. It's kind of like an etiquette thing. Like, I wouldn't counter or destroy someone's commander when it enters. I wouldn't go for like unless I know an infinite would be coming. I don't like playing so much disruption that I don't actually build my own board. It goes back to I like my creature strategies more than I like playing Spellslinger. But I think if I learn Spellslinger, I'll probably get better at it, and by extension, I'll like it more. I can play Spellslinger, it's just I recognize my building habits are towards creatures. Because to me, creatures are the backbone of all decks, so... we've seen this one before. Joined Researchers. It has Secret Rendezvous. That's nice. Instead of your opponent has more cards in hand than you, this creature becomes prepared. I feel like with each end step, that's not too bad. IRL cards, I want to try more styles of play. I am fascinated by sliver decks. In 06, I remember seeing a sliver deck. I actually own a sliver deck. Technically two, but not really. One of them uses the sliver stuff to bolster a 5-color strategy using Ruka-Rumel. It was actually the deck is Sisay Weatherlight Captain, where you search things based on the number of colors you have and the power of Sisay. But it has Ruka-Rumel and the Sliver Hive Lord, because you can make your creatures indestructible by just making them slivers. It's a creature-focused strategy with the idea that I'm going to use the innate power of slivers and their support to help a strategy that doesn't need it. It's kind of funny, but let's see, that was a Stone Docent. Focus. Okay. Go. Let's see, Hydro Channeler. I'm gonna set that aside because it is a really good mana dork for red and for like blue decks in particular. Environmental Scientist, also great. But yeah, I think with slivers in particular, there's a lot of weird things you can do with them because they all support themselves. So you do some cool stuff with it. Magma Blood Archaic is very good. I'm gonna set that aside. A new card. Let's see. Veil of Summer. Draw a card if an opponent has cast a blue or black spell this turn. Spells you control can't be countered this turn. You and permanents you control gain hexproof from blue and from black until end of turn. I love that this is so mean. This is such a weirdly mean card towards Dimir tactics. I love it. Sundering Archaic and a Spectacle Summit. I love Veil of Summer. That feels like one of those older cards that you would just play just to be mean about it. Camera away your leash. Yeah, this camera is temperamental and I'm okay with it. It's fine. Honestly, I feel like if it wasn't temperamental, something else in my setup would be. So I let it rock. It's okay. I feel like listening to Chain of Memories music while looking at cards does put me in the mood to play King Hearts Chain of Memories again. I might need to load up I have it on my totally legal Game Boy. I might end up playing it at some point. Maybe I'll force everybody to watch me speedrun it. I just want to comment, be funny. Don't worry, it's just very funny when it's like, because you look at this camera, it's like, can you like not do that, please? Sit there poking it, like, hey man, come on, man. What are we doing here? Like, what is it doing? Like, what's it focusing on? My imagination? Like, good lord. It's just like, this thing absolutely does not want to focus. Like, it's like having a 5-year-old next to an aquarium. Like, he's not focusing on anything you're saying. He just wants to go look. Like, he has other stuff he is thinking about, you know? Guide Coach Conductor. Oh, I haven't seen... What the heck is this? Exile target non-pilot creature you control. Return that to your owner's battlefield. Interesting. Interesting. And a Deduce. I'm gonna set this aside. Deduce, I love this. This, for some reason, this reminds me of Genesis Noir when we played that on stream. I love this card. Very cool. And a flashback. Hey, and a full art swamp. If I can deck out this new deck I want to build with only full arts, I would be happy. It won't happen, but I would be happy. I can only pray we get at least one of the other dragons. I think we're halfway through this box at this point. I can only pray we get one of the other dragons. Fingers crossed, you know? Wait, back to 40k channel points. Hey, very good, very good. Very excellent. Let's see, Strife Scholar. I do feel like with all of these, I should probably build some standard decks just to see what I can do. Thunderdrum Soloist I do want in multiple decks. That thing, I'm happy to see more of those. Oh, Arcane Omens. Card X cards, yep. Might use that in one of my other decks. Topiary Lecturer, gonna keep that aside. That's a good one. Social Snub. The Cauldron? Another stack up. Not bad. End of the Hunt. Okay. Not a bad pack. I think we're entering the point where some of these packs are gonna feel like reruns. Certainly not a bad thing, especially with some of these cards being as good as they are. But I will say, I don't know if anything's gonna top me getting that Akroma's Will. I'll be honest. I think getting an Akroma's Will was kind of like... That might be the best card we've gotten. With the maybe exception of the... I would say the Emeritus of Woe is probably the closest thing. At least to me. Holy crap, it is such a good... It's so good. Helen Historian, Last Gasp. Again, a bunch of these cards are great in general. It's just like, once you see enough of them, you're like, okay, cool. Second Akroma's Will. God, wouldn't that would just suck for me. Because I would not know what to do with two. The Whale, Tackle. Yay! I got this card. I love this card. Mathemagics. Draw 2 to the power of X cards. I love this card. I want this so bad. I wanted it. I kind of hope I get 2, but I will say I want to give this copy to my brother. He was a math major. He's a mathematician. I love this card. It's so funny. Okay, I did not know Feed the Swarm also had a reprint. Man, that is so cool looking. It's so cool. I love that. Feed the Swarm, well, that's a very nice reprint. Feed the Swarm is very good. However, I think Feed the Swarm might be the card that has gotten the most people in my group getting a loss, because they forget that Feed the Swarm is a sorcery, not an instant. And the number of times somebody's held 2 mana up, realizes it's a sorcery, and then just gets, like, major damage because they couldn't do anything. It's upsetting how many times it's happened. Because it's 2 mana. You think it would be an instant, but it's not. Let's see. Essence Scatter. He's aside. Here we go. Rehearsed Debater. Subtle Mockery. If we get a second Akroma's... If I got a second Akroma's Will, I would use that as my way to get the other dragons. I would definitely use that to get it. Because having 1 is enough for me, thank you. Silver Tongue. Ina's Guidance. Oh, a new one. Search your library for a creature card, reveal it, put it into your hand or graveyard, then shuffle. That's really good. Even revealing it, it's like, yeah, if you go find something really important, that's really nice. That's amazing, actually. Holy crap. I like that. That's a tutor. That's a great tutor. Because if you put it in your graveyard, you can just search it. You can get it back out later anyway. So a lot of strategies do that anyhow. So that's fantastic. That's great. That's a fantastic card. I see why that is in the rare slot. That's pretty good. Oh, man. I'm going to switch music in a moment here, so we have some different background musings. I might swap back to the Oblivion music just so I can have it. I might swap back to the Oblivion music. I'm going to do that. I'm going to swap back to the Oblivion music for now. Also, just because I just want to listen to it again. Makes me happy. There we go. I do genuinely love... I feel like if somebody said they wanted to see me play Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, I probably wouldn't say no, just because, and by probably wouldn't, I mean I'll end up doing it myself at some point soon, I think. I think it's just because the music is weirdly nostalgic for me. I never finished the game in any playthrough I've done, but every time I load it up, it makes me feel like a certain calm. There's a certain joy in playing that game that always makes me happy. Does anyone do you guys have games where you load it up, or you sit and you just sit in the space, There is another one like that. I actually think loading up Gary's mod with like friends, like local, or you know, like just doing a server with friends. That one, I was doing that with I played with my brother recently, and it felt like that, where it's just I'm in a space and I'm enjoying the vibes of being there. Far more, it's more about that than it is about actually doing anything. It's like I could just bathe in that spot. What the heck? Sundown Pass. Oh, I see why. Enters tapped unless you control 2 or more other lands. This is a really good land, so that's great. Kind of weird to get it in the rare slot, but I get it. Just finished the mages line in 3, 4, and 5, and that was it for me. I feel that. Foil, Spirit Call, Enthusiast. Sundown Pass is pretty good. I might need to use that. And by might, I mean it's definitely going in whatever decks I build. If I can use it. Alright. Yeah, we're on to the last couple. I'm a little nervous we won't get one other dragon. I'd be happy with one more dragon. We'll see. Site inventory, rank Chris. Oil. Essence. I have finished, like at one point I have finished Skyrim. I never played Morrowind. I know it's on our list for redeems. And I've played Oblivion a number of times, including the remake, which I'm not a big fan of the remake. I do prefer the original. I think in general the original also feels, I guess it feels more, I don't know how best to put it. It feels simpler, feels calmer. Ardent Academic, what is this? Gains lifelink until end of turn if you discard a card. When one or more cards leave your graveyard. This is not once per turn, so this could go very fast if you play it right. Let's see. Zombify. A second Zombify is very good. I can take that. And a foil Locust Spray. Okay. That's pretty good. I like that. Nice, nice. The foil Locust Spray is pretty nice. I do like that. Actually, wait, this has haste as well, so it could also be a pretty... I'm going to set that aside, actually. That's pretty good. Alrighty. We're nearing the end of this long road, so we're going to see what we get. Alrighty. There's an ad break coming up. We will probably slow down. I'll try and slow down if the ad break goes. If... We'll see what happens, but... Man, no dragons in this box so... Like, we're almost done with this box and we haven't seen a single dragon. I'm kind of surprised. But then again, we only got 2 in the last one, so I'm not... I guess I can't be too worried about it, frankly. But having 3 of 5 is... Because I got 1, gives you 8 more boxes. I've made the joke that if I ever hit a point where I'm making enough, you know, in terms of like from YouTube, from the books, from music, from the games, if I was ever making enough where I could do this regularly, I wouldn't buy more boxes. I would just want to do more sets, you know? And I'll probably have to just get the singles, you know, I'll just have to get singles if I don't get them. That's okay. Oh, this is new. Luwin, Exchange Student, Elf Druid, enters prepared, exile a creature card from your graveyard, becomes prepared. Pest Friend. For green or black, create a pest. Okay. I do like this. This is pretty good. And it's very easy to do this. This one, especially with this set, this is very easy to do. That aside, that's really good. Oh, crap baskets. There. Wanted to straighten out my piles here. They're a little messy. But I also wouldn't want to blow... I don't know if I'd want to blow, like, opening so many boxes of this. It would be very funny, but I don't know if it would be a good idea. Stone Glider, Erode. Or just for a basic land. This kind of feels like a Swords to Plowshares, but it's kind of like Path to Exile, where it's a similar thing. That's pretty good. Helping Hand. Germination Practicum. 2 puzzle counters on each creature you control Paradigm. You resolve a spell with this name, you cast a copy from exile without paying its mana. At the beginning of... Okay, I think I understand how that mechanic works. I think the problem is it does require you to play multiple copies of a card. It says if you first resolve a spell with this name, you may cast a copy of it from exile. Which, yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to do that in certain fields of play. Alright, we're down to the bottom 6 again. Right. Last chance. Here we go. Honestly, I don't really mind if I don't get it, you know. It's like you're opening packs. You're not... It's like you can't win it. You can't win everything. But I do find it nice that I got to spend this time with everybody. I got to hang out, you know, open cards, talk about this card game. I I don't get to do much with Magic on stream as much, but it has become one of those card games where I talk about it a fair bit because it's probably one of the more social aspects of gaming I have now. Because I don't have arcade, I don't really have an arcade to go to hang out too often and talk to people, and I don't have a lot of other places to go and meet people to play games with. So it's nice having something where it's like every Friday I go out, I play a game with people, I meet new friends. It's like it's one of those things where it's a very social thing. Another resonating loot. I'm gonna set that aside. Painful stroke. Borrowed knowledge. Not bad. Bad at all. Honestly, that resonating loot is probably the best card in there. It probably is. That's alright, though. That loot is really good, though. It's really nice for Spellslinger decks. I imagine it'll be one of those staple cards that people want to get for all of their Spellslingers. And I can get it. I can get behind that. It's a very good card for it. Getting into a rhythm with this, finally, at the end of the boxes. Oh, hey, a new card. Homesickness. Target player draws 2 cards, tap up to 2 target creatures, put a stun counter on each of them. Alright, pretty good. I like that one. That one's fun. Tablet of Discovery. This one's also... I love the Tablet of Discovery. That one's really good, too. Another Lewin. Okay. Oh, a new card. Together as 1. Target player draws X cards. Together as 1 deals X damage to any target. You gain X life, which is the number of colors mana spent to cast it. I like this. That's a great 5-color spell. The Giant Growth. I love the art of this card. I love Giant Growth. It's so funny. Interjection. All right. Back half. Back half of the last set. Here we go. You know what? I would love it if the last pack I open has a copy of Lorehold. I don't know. That'd just be very funny to get more. If I'm gonna get more than one, it'll be the guy that I already have one from this one. Though I think the greatest comedy would be if I got Quandrix, because I already have a Quandrix from my pre-release, so as I have shown before, so it would be very funny to have that happen. Let's see, Witherbloom Charm. Oh, I do love Molten Note a lot. This is probably one of my favorite cards in red and white now. Okay, alright. Silver Quill, the Disputant. We have 2 Silver Quills. You know what? That's fine. Process, Spectral Summit. It's fine. Honestly, the fact that they're this rare does tell me that even getting 1 is a treat, so... 2 Silver Quills. A bit sad we got 2, but you know what? If it's gonna be anybody, at least it's one we got during the stream, you know? Oh, ad break. Let me take this ad break to get some water and stretch a little bit. Okay. Okay. Yeah, 2 other packs left. I'm just hoping that if there is going to be another dragon, that we do get one other different one, and we at least, if it's going to be in one of these, I hope it's the last one, you know? Hope it's this one, because that would be very funny. Wait a moment while the ad break goes. In the meantime, I'll talk schedule stuff. So we are still streaming tonight at 7 p.m. as my usual Thursdays. So I'm still going to do that. And I'm going to do a stream on Sunday of Banjo-Kazooie. Because after Banjo-Kazooie finishes, I am going to go play Alien Isolation on Sundays. Which, mainly because I want to finish it finally. I streamed it, I believe, in my first year of streaming. And I haven't played it since because I just had a bad time. I got dunked on. Alrighty, let's open one more, but we'll see how that goes. I think it'll be a very fun time, but it will be trying, I think, for sure. Another Potioner's Trove, not bad. Yeah, you know what's funny is I'm looking up at OBS, so I have to look down for the cards I'm getting. Another Wisdom of Ages. Bad. And the Great Hall of the Biblioplex. Beauty Beyond Death. I think I have 3 of these now. Growth Curve. Ah, the doubler. Yes. Right. We're coming up on the end. A bit sad when it's over, but I had fun opening all of these. And I'm grateful we got to hang out today. I'm hoping that I'll see some of you guys tonight for my usual nightly stream on Thursdays. Fingers crossed. Maybe somebody will see this video and be like, oh, does he stream on days? It's like, yes, Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. Every week. And the only time I don't is if I very specifically have something going on or it's a holiday. And even then, I'll move stream around so we still get 3 a week. I try to stay consistent as best I can. Another Proctor's Gaze. I do like this card a lot. Very good. I'll set that. Blade. Odd. Monstrous Rage. Tenured Concoctor. Alright, we have one more. One last shot to get a dragon. We'll see what we get. Last pack. This is the last one. Here we go. One more to go. And then we'll do a quick recap of what we opened and the stuff we have. And we'll say our goodbyes for now. Limerite's Favor. I don't think I have this one yet. Copy it if you gained a life. Oh no, I did get this one. Diary of Dreams. I do love this card. Good. Molten Core Maestro. We didn't get this one yet. When you cast an instant sorcery, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. If 5 or more was spent, add an amount of red. So it goes down up from top to bottom. So you add a +1/+1 counter, then add red. Very good card. Restoration Seminar. Also a good one. Turn target non-land permanent from your graveyard to the battlefield. Oh, no, it's not, because you have to... Well, it's a lesson, so you could play it from the... Stargaze. Nope. Brush off. That's alright. Honestly, how can I complain? We got so much good stuff in here. It's like, as much as I'm like, oh, I wish I got another drag, it's like, ah, whatever. Like, look at all the stuff we have. Like, a giant stack of usable instants and sorceries from the Strixhaven archive, and many of them are multiples that are very good cards. Very excellent. We got a full art Tragedy Feaster, Archaeomancer, and Wild Growth Archaic. Very good cards. We have all these foil cards, which are very nice. I got a stack of lands, a wondrous stack of lands. Whole bunch of cards that I want to keep to the side, which I put over here. Whole big stack. 2 heaping stacks of bulk. Heaping stacks of bulk. We got a lot of commons to work with. Whole chunk of tokens. And of course, so from the pre-release, I got my Quandrix the Proof. I have a full art of Quandrix. Very good. It's very fun. And we got 2 copies of Silverquill the Disputant. 2 copies of Silverquill. And a copy of Lorehold the Historian. Very nice. And then in the stuff that I don't know if Brit or Triumph is rare or super rare, but it's nice. But we got in the big stuff, we got Armageddon, we got Zaphi and the Tempests, Emeritus of Woe, the Emeritus of Ideation, Deflecting Palm, Angel's Grace, very good, and of course, Akroma's Will. So, overall, I will say, looking at all we got, I think this set overall is going to be one of those ones that people come and revisit now and then. Like the original Strixhaven, I think people are going to regularly check in with it, because it feels like one of those sets where the cards will not age poorly. It feels like this will be a set people want to come back to and try and, you know, do things with. Because there's a lot of fun strategies in here. And inherently, because of the 5-school method, like the 5 schools that they have in Strixhaven, you inherently have, okay, you can chase a strategy that says, oh, let's do green and black or red and blue. And you have these 2-color strategies that work really well. And you know they're going to work because all the cards go together. But then you also have how it interplays with the stuff before it. How do these cards fit into 3 or single color strategies, 4 and 5, you know? And I think it fits into Magic really, really well. I think in the comparison to where Magic is currently, like with some of the other sets that came out, namely the Universes Beyond stuff, I think this one and Lorwyn, I think those 2 together have been my favorite sets of the year so far. I didn't even touch I didn't touch much of Ninja Turtles. It's fine, I think. I think Ninja Turtles is just fine. I don't think I'm gonna even bother with Marvel. It doesn't seem like it's gonna be very exciting for me personally. I am gonna be occasionally buying packs of the Star Trek set that comes out late at the end of the year, but that's because I want to get my mom a card of Jean-Luc Picard. she likes her she likes Sir Patrick Stewart, so I do want to, I'm gonna get that for my mom, but that's about it. Alrighty. Well, this was very fun, so thank you all for coming by. Thank you to everyone who came by, couldn't stay to the end. I do think this will end up being a yearly thing rather than any sort of major consistency thing. And I do hope that the next time there will be a big set we want to do, you know, something really, really fun. So we'll see. I know at the end of the year they announce all their big sets, so we'll see what happens. And of course, for those on the YouTube side, you know, the like, comment, subscribe thing, it does actually help people a lot if you like something or if you dislike it. Let people know if you want to see different content, you know? Like, if you see this and you're like, well, I'd rather you just keep playing games. It's like, okay, I could do that too. But, you know, if you got this far in the video, you also watched the dude open cards for 2.5 hours. So, you know, maybe just let me know what's going on. Let me know what would be good. And if anyone has a favorite card from this set or a favorite school, also let me know. That'd be cool. Alrighty. I think that'll be it for today. So, well, until later tonight when I stream again. So, now whenever I see you guys next, goodbye for now and thank you so much. I'll see you soon.